Okay. Yeah, it's clear. Okay, that's great, right? So yeah, guys, I think we can get started, right? So even before I start the session for today, let me just, say the agenda once again so that everyone is clear with what we are going to do today. So today's session is all about problem solving, right? So we will be solving the questions from strings and, functions from the portal itself, right? So it's a 3-hour extended session, no doubt sessions for you all today. And from 8 to 11, we will be, spending time together and trying to, understand more about strings and all these things via questions. Okay. Which method is called first? The starting method that is called is the main method, right? So the main method is the entry point of any Java program. Whenever you run a program, the first function that starts running is the main method. Okay. Yes. Okay. Cool, guys. So let's get started. I think, okay. So we'll get started with the portal. So the idea for today is only portal question solving, right? And, towards the weekend, I can take up one more such session and where we can, solve other questions that are outside the portal. But I think the portal is a good start. So today we will be starting with the portal questions only. Okay. So let's start, right? Let's get started. Go to modules. Let's come to strings first, right? Let's start with strings, okay? Okay, so let's get started with the string questions, right? And just give me 1 second. Largest number in array we can't do at this point of time, right? We cannot do that. That is beyond the scope of, today's class at least, okay? So this is the first question that we are gonna deal with, right? Shuffle string. So first of all, let us read what the question is all about. Okay, so the flow of the class will be something like this. First of all, we'll read the question, then we will understand it on the PPT, okay? And then we will try to come up with an algorithm on the PPT. And then we will try to convert that algorithm into code, okay? So let's get started first with the reading of this question, shuffle string, okay? So just give me 1 sec. Yeah. So given a string S and an integer array indices of the same length. So what it is told you? It is told to you that you are given a string S. You have access to a string S. Okay. And you have an array indices of the same length. So let's say that the length of this string is N. Okay. So I also have an array of size N. Okay. It is also giving me N different numbers inside an array. So I have a string S and an integer array indices of the same length N. So if the size of the string is N, then the length of the array is also N. Okay. The string S will be shuffled. Okay. The string S will be shuffled such that the character at the ith position moves to indices of I in the shuffled string. So what it is telling, ki boss, you have to shuffle your original string. Whatever original string you have now, you have to shuffle that original string. And how will you shuffle that string? The character at the ith position moves to indices of I in the new string. Okay, let me take an example, then we'll understand it better. And then I will have to print the shuffled string. So let us try to take an example, okay, an input-output example, and try to understand what is this question actually saying. Okay, so let's try to take an input-output example. Just now, couple of minutes, right? Okay. So let's take this example. The first line of input contains an integer N, which is the size of the string. The second line inputs the string. So if I look at this input, okay, the size of the string is 8. And in the second line, I have been given the string S. And what is that string? It is nothing but code lead. Okay. So this is the original string S that has been given to me as input, and the size of this string is 8. Okay. The length of this string is 8. As you can count, there are 8 characters in the string. Okay. Now what is telling? The third line inputs the values of the indices. So in the third line, now you will get 8 different values, right? Which you will be storing in an array. So you will get 8 different values, which are basically the value of the indexes. So think of it like, you get an array as input, and what it is telling, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0, 2, 1, 3. So this is an array of size 8, and now you have basically got the input for this array. And the name of this array, let us call this array as indices. This is the indices array. Now see guys, this array is conveying a very important information to all of us. What it is telling me, dekho boss, what it is telling me. What was written above? The character at the ith index. See, this is my original string S, right? What is the character at the 0th index? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me? What is the character at the 0th index of my original string? C, right? Okay. So it was telling me in the question, it was telling me that the character at the ith index, okay, the character at the ith index will go where? Do you know? The character at the ith index will go to the index indices of I. So what is the meaning of this statement? This we want to understand. See, the character at the 0th index in my original string is C. Okay. So this C will occur at which location? Do you know? Go to index 0 of my array. Go to index 0. What it is containing? Indices of 0 is containing 4. That means in the shuffled string, C will be occurring at index number 4. Okay. So let us say that I am constructing the shuffled string. Okay. Do you all agree that the shuffled string will also be of size 8 only? Boss, what are you doing? You are getting an original string and you are just shuffling the characters. You are rearranging the characters. So the shuffled string will also be of size 8. Does everyone agree? Does everyone agree with me? The shuffled string that will be created, that will also have 8 characters. That is from index 0 till index 7. Now see guys, try to understand. The character at the 0th index of my original string. What is the character at the 0th index? C. Where will it go to? It will go to ARR of 0. What is ARR of 0? 4. So this character C will occur at the 4th index in my shuffled string. So let us write C here at index number 4. देखो भाई, एक बार हिंदी में भी बोलता हूं सबके लिए, ठीक है? ये क्या बोल रहा है कि आपके पास एक ओरिजिनल स्ट्रिंग S दिया हुआ है, ओके? कोड लीड करके स्ट्रिंग आपको दे दिया है. दिस इज माय ओरिजिनल स्ट्रिंग. यू हैव बीन गिवन एन ओरिजिनल स्ट्रिंग कोड लीड. अब क्या बोल रहा है बॉस? आपको एक एरे ऑफ इंटीजर्स दिया हुआ है और यू नो व्हाट इज दिस एरे टेलिंग मी? ये मेरे को बोल रहा है, सी व्हेन आई एम स्टैंडिंग ऑन इंडेक्स नंबर 0, जब मैं इंडेक्स नंबर 0 पे खड़ा हूं ना, व्हाट इज द कैरेक्टर एट इंडेक्स नंबर 0? इट इज सी. तो पता है ये सी कहां पे जाएगा? व्हेन आई शफल द स्ट्रिंग ना, दिस कैरेक्टर सी will no longer remain at index 0. Where will it go? You kahan pe jayega C? For this you will have to come to index number 0 of my array and check. So I come to index number 0 of my array and I see that the element here is 4. That means this index C will go to index number 4 in the shuffled string. Is this point making sense? Let us take another character, right? Now I come to index number 1 of my original string. What is the character at index number 1? O. Where should O go in the shuffled string? O kahan pe jayega? I come, just stay with me 1 second. I come and look at the array value at index number 1. So what is this index at index number 1? It is 5. So you know where will this O go? This O will go to index number 5 of my shuffled string. So write this O at index number 5. Okay. So somebody has asked a question, but strings are immutable. How will you shuffle your original string? Guys, can you tell me, can you ever shuffle your original string? No. The question wants you create a new shuffled string and you have to print that new shuffled string as output. You definitely cannot make changes to your original string. When I say print the shuffled string, I mean to say create a new string that will be a shuffled combination of the original string. Okay, correct. Now I come to this character D at index number 2. Now, where is this character D? This character D is at index number 2 in my original string. But where should it go in the shuffled string? See guys, the character at the ith index, the character at the second index, where it should go? Come to indices of I. So I will come to indices of 2. So I come to index number 2 of my array and I see that this character D should go at index number 6 of my shuffled string. So let me write D at index number 6 of my shuffled string. Okay. Then I come to this character E. Come to this character E. Where it should go? See guys, E is present at index number 3 of my original string. So I will go to index number 3 of my array and I will see what is the position where it asks me to send E. Where should E go? At index number 7. So at index number 7 of my shuffled string, I write the character E. Okay. Then I come to this cell at index number 4. Where it should go? I come to index number 4 of my array and I check. It is saying send L to index number 0. So I will write L at index number 0. Then I come to this E. Where should it go? It should go at index number 2. So write this E here. Then I come to this E. Where should this E go? Look at indices of 6. What is it? 1. So it should go at index number 1. Okay. Then come to this T. Where should it go? Look at index number 7 of my array. It is telling that this T should go at index number 3. So I will make this T go to index number 3. So this is how my characters are looking in the shuffled string. Okay. So what is this shuffled string? Leet code. And this string you will print as the output. This is my shuffled string. Okay. There is no space in your original string, right? There is no space in your original string. How many of you understood what this question is actually asking me to do? I'll go to the PPT and explain once again so that it's clear to everyone. Just somebody remember this thing, okay? 4, 5, 6, 7, 0, 2, 1, 3. Okay. So first of all, you have been given one string as input, right? And it is code lead. This is the string that you have been given as input, right? And you have an array. You have an array. Now, how do I understand it? I'll draw it in a simple format so that you can understand. You have an array of integers. What was that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 0, 2, 1, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 0, 2, 1, 3. This is my array of integers. And let us call this array as indices. Okay. अब भाई देखो हो क्या रहा है. What is happening? Let us try to understand. The question is telling कि boss, you have this original string as input, and इसका length है 8. So the characters are from index 0 till index number 7. Right? These are the characters. अब मेरे को क्या बोल रहा है? Boss, you have to construct a new string T. Okay. And this string T will consist of the same characters of S, but in a shuffled order. Okay. मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं, जो original string है ना, उसी के characters को इधर उधर shuffle कर दो, and I will create a new string T, which is the shuffled string. Okay. So what should be the ideal length of string T? What should be the ideal length of string T that you obtain after shuffling all the characters of string S? The same length as S, right? So let me try to make you guys understand like this. Let's say you are constructing a string of size 8. Okay. So you have correct indices from index number 0 till index number 7. This will be my shuffled string. Okay. Now, yes, indices are well-defined values, Harsh. You can assume this. Okay. Now what I am saying, boss, you have to create the shuffled string, right? But अब तुम्हारा question आएगा, hey Adarsh, where should this character C go in the shuffled string? Try to understand, guys. This character C is occurring at index 0 of my original string. Where should this character C go in the shuffled string? It can go at index 0. It can go at index 1. It can go at index 2. It can go at index 3. It can go anywhere, right? So how do I know where to send this character C? And that is where this array comes to my rescue. So what do I see? Boss, मेरा जो original character C है वो कौन से index पे है? It is at index number 0. So what I will do, I will go to index number 0 of my array. I go to index number 0 of my array and I see that the number written inside this space is 4. So ये number मेरे को बोल रहा है, boss, send this character, okay, send the character which was at the 0th index to index number 4. So in my shuffled string, C will occur at index number 4. Is this making sense or not? What if we give array different values? Then your shuffled string will be different. Okay, your shuffled string will be different. Okay, now what? Now I come to this character O, which is at index number 1. ये O कहाँ पे जाएगा भैया? I don't know. How will I check? I will go to index number 1 of my array. See, that is what the question was stating. The character at the ith index, where will it go? See, this character O is at the first index. So where will it go? It will go at ARR of I. This index it will go to. So I will come to ARR of 1. So I come to the first index of my array and I see what is the content here, 5. So this character O, it will go to index number 5 of my shuffled string. So I write O here. Similarly, what will happen? This is my character D at index number 2. Where should it go? Come to index number 2 of my array. What is the number written here? 6. So this D should go at index number 6. Okay? Now I come to E. Go to index number 3 of my array and see. It is 7. So this E should go to index number 7. Similarly, this L should go to index number 0. See, all the important information the array is giving you, right? See, these are mapped to the array, right? So this L should go at index number 0. Write it here. Now I come to this E. I go to index number 5 of the array and I check 2. So this E should go at index number 2. Then I come to this E. What is the number that the array is telling me? Go to index number 1. So write this E at index number 1. And now I come to this P. I go to index number 7 of my array and I check. This is telling that, boss, the character at the 7th index should go to index number 3 in the shuffled string. So I will write P here. And this is my shuffled string of size 8. So I will print this string LeetCode as the output. Is everyone now clear with the question? Is the question making sense? Sab log. Because first of all, see, it's important to understand the question. Because if you understand the question, half of your job is done. Okay. Now we have to think of a logic. Now we have to think of कि कैसे ये काम हम लोग कर सकते हैं. ठीक है. So it's very simple if you actually try to understand, right? Now, what I will actually tell you is what is the logic that we will apply. So I have a string of length n. So you know what I will do? What I will do? I will first of all create an array of size 8. First of all, I will create an array of size 8. And this will be an array of characters. This will be an array of characters. Okay? See guys, try to understand. I am creating an array of size 8. Okay? And this is nothing but an array of characters. Now what I will do? I will iterate through my original string. Okay? So I am at index number 0. Okay? What is the character at index number 0? The character is C. Where should it go to? I observe indices of 0. It should go to index number 4. So what I will do? I will come to index number 4 of my array CRR and I will write the character C here. So guys, try to understand what I am doing. I have made an array of characters of the same size as the original string. Now what I am doing? I iterate through my original string. Okay, I am standing on index number 0. What is the character here? C. Where should it go to? I will observe indices of 0 and this tells me index number 4. So what I will do? I go to index number 4 of my array and I write the character C here. Okay, then what I will do? I come to the character O. Where should it go? It should go at index number 5 of my shuffled string. So I will come to index number 5 of my new array and I will write the character O here. So I will one by one write all the characters at their correct locations in the new array that I have made. Is this part making sense? Yes, we will definitely need an array of indices also, for sure. Is this making sense what I have done? Using this rule from the array, I have basically put all the characters in a new array. Now, can you tell me what is my last job? My last job is to create a string out of this given array of characters. What do I want to do? I will iterate over this array and I will take the characters one by one and add it to form a new string. Okay. So I will take character L, add it to a new string. Take the character E, add it to the new string. Take a character E, add it to the new string. And I will form a new string by concatenating all the characters in my new array. And I will get the string and I will print it out. Is the basic logic making sense? When we code it, it will get more clear. But are you getting what we are trying to do? What is the output? The output is LeetCode. Output is LeetCode, right? Okay. So now let us go to the compiler. We'll try to write the code. Okay. So first of all, what do we need? Let us start. What is LeetCode? LeetCode is the shuffled string. LeetCode is nothing but the shuffled string that you have to print as the output. Okay. So first of all, what do I need? I'll make the size a little bit larger if you need. Okay. Is it visible to everyone, the code that I am typing? Yes? Okay, great. So let's get started. So the first thing that we have to do is let's make a scanner, right? The same old boring thing that we have been doing. So that is something that we have to do. So I first of all make a scanner object. Vaibhav, I will tell you. You that also you can do. I will tell both the methods, which will be fine, right? Okay. So now what do I have to do? First of all, I know that the first input that I will get is int n, which is the size of the string. So I take integer n input from the user. Then what will I take as input, guys? I will take a string s input from the user. That is my original string. Okay. How do I take input? Can anybody help me? So I'll ask for inputs from you guys also. How do I take this string as input? It's a simple word, one word string. How do I take it as input? Which method? Next method. Great. So sc.next and I get the string as input. String bhi aa gaya. Okay. Now what it will give me? It will give me the indices array. It will give me an array of integers, which will tell me where should I move the characters to. See guys, this array is extremely important because it will tell you where you have to move your characters. It will tell you that C has to be moved at index number 4. O has to be moved to index number 5. D has to be moved to index number 6. E has to be moved to index number 7. So this array is very, very important. Okay. See, why have I not used the next line? You can use a next line also because at the end of the day, it's a single word, right? So you can also use a next and you can also use a next line, whatever, anything you can do, right? So now I need to make an array of integers and let me call this array as ARR. So I will make an array of integers. What will be the size? N, same as the length of the string. And guys, can you give me a justification? Why is the length of the array the same as the length of the string? Test case fail hota hai next line se. Okay, interesting. I will try. Can you tell me why is the length of the array the same as the length of the string? Given को छोड़ दो, logically सोचो. भैया आपको पता करना है ना हर character कहाँ जाएगा. So for every character you need to have an index, right? So the length of the array will be the same as the length of the string. Okay, because you have to have a number for every character. You need to know na where that character needs to go. So for n characters, you need to have n integers. So definitely the size of the array will be the same. Okay. Correct. It does not create any other character, nor does it destroy any character. Okay. So now what will I do? Let us take inputs for this array. For int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. What do I do? ARR of I is equal to sc dot next int. So I have taken inputs. Okay. What if my string is not equal to n? String is not equal to n. The size of the string is n, right? It's a generic input from the user, right? Okay. So now I have taken this array also input from the user. So guys, what is the first thing that I do? I know, boss, see guys, try to understand. A new concept that you understand here is ultimately you can represent any string via an array of characters. What is a string? A string is nothing but an array of characters, as simple as that. Do you all agree with me? This is a new learning that we get in this question. What is a string? Ultimately, you can represent any string by an array of characters. You just put the characters one by one, append or concatenate the characters one by one, and you will get the string, final string, right? So first of all, what do I do is I will make an array of characters, okay? Because in that new array of characters, now I will store the characters of my shuffled string, okay? So let us create a new array of characters. So character array, char array, CRR is equal to new char. Repeat from line number 13. Line number 13 is nothing, boss. You are just creating an array of size n, and then you are taking all these integers input from the user and storing it in your array. Now what I have done, I have made an array of characters of the same length n. Okay. And what will this array of characters contain? Kya contain karega, guys? Can you help me? I have made an array of characters. Okay. And initially, let's say there will be some default values. I don't care. But this array will contain the characters of my shuffled string. Okay. This array will contain the characters of my shuffled string. Now what do I do? Okay. मैं example लेके ही चलते हैं अपने साथ में, so it will become more clear. Okay. So I made an array of characters of the same size. And initially, let's say it contains all blank characters, some default characters we don't care about. and the name is CRR. Okay. Now, can we directly iterate over the string? No, you can, but not str bracket open bracket close. That will be str.char at I, something like that. Okay. Now, after making this array of characters, what do I need to do? I need to put characters inside this array. So what do? I iterate over my original string. Let us start iterating over the original string. So I start from index number 0 and I will go till the last index in my string. So for int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. So now I am standing on the ith index. So can you tell me what is the character at the ith index? How do I get the character? S dot char at I. Do you agree that this will give you the character at the ith index? This is taking inputs from the user. Line number 15 is taking inputs, guys. Do you guys agree? Now I am iterating over my original string. Okay. So s dot char at I will tell you what is the character at the ith index of my original string. Now, can you tell me, guys, where should this character go? Can you guys tell me where should this character go? मेरे को कहाँ पता चलेगा where should this character go? Can I tell you the character at the ith index should go to this index ARR of I? क्या मैं बोल सकता हूँ? I will go to the ith index of my ARR and this value ARR of I will tell me at what index this character should go. So what will I go? I will go to this index of my CRR array. So what I will do? In your CRR array, go to index number ARR of I. And what is the character that you want to store at this particular index? The ith character, right? That is s dot char at I. Let us try to understand this line in detail, right? This is an important line. See what I am trying to do. See guys, try to understand. Okay. So my original, string was code delete. What topics are left? So Karthik, we had left with time and space complexity and sorting and recursion, right? Now let us try to understand. This is my original string s code lead. Okay. Now I am iterating over this original string. Okay. So I ka value hoga pehle 0. So I am standing at index number 0 of my original string. Now where should this character go at? Can you tell me? I will go to ARR of 0. Do you agree? I am standing at index number 0 now. So I will go to index number 0 of the ARR array and that will tell me at what index should this C go to. Try to understand, guys, what I'm trying to say. Dekho. This is the most important part of this logic. If you understand this, my job is done. Okay. Let's start. Here, what was written? Let's say here you have 5, right? अब देखो भाई मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? I am iterating over the string and this is my CRR array. Okay. Of the same size as your original string. Now I iterate over the original string. So I first of all come to index number 0. I am standing on index number 0. So can you tell me at what index this character should go at? Bhaiya, I am standing at I equal to 0. At what index should this character C go at? I come to index number 0 of my ARR array and I see that the number is 5. So this character C should go at index number 5 of CRR. Do you agree? Bhaiya, मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? I am standing at I equal to 0. So I first of all check what is the value of ARR of I. And what will ARR of I tell me? ARR of 0 will tell me at what index this character should go to. तो मेरे को पता चल गया भैया इस index पे the characters should go to. So what I will do? I will come to the 5th index of CRR and I will write this character C here at the 5th index. Okay. So what I will do? I will go to CRR. I'll go to the CRR array. At what index? At index ARR of I. Okay. So I will go to index number 5 of the CRR array and I will write the character C here. So s dot char at I. So what is the character at the 0th index? C. So I will write the character C here. Is it making sense, guys? How many of you are understanding this line? The question is done here. Let's repeat from line number 17. See, what have I tried to do? Let us break this down. Let us break this down, right? Let us try to break this down. थोड़ा और simple करते हैं. मैं इसको comment कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है? See guys, I have created an array of characters of length n. Okay. अब मैं क्या करूंगा, मैं कैरेक्टर्स को एक के बाद एक इस नए एरे में स्टोर करूंगा. I will store the characters one by one in this new array. Now what do? I iterate through my original string. I am iterating through my original string. Okay. Now can anybody tell me what is the character that I am standing on? Let us break it, right? Char x is equal to s dot char. Okay. So the current character that I am standing on, it is nothing but s dot char at I. Do you agree? This is the current character of my original string. सोच के बताओ guys. The current character of my original string. This character is present at index number I. अब मेरे को बताओ guys, where do we have to send this character? Where should this character x go to in the shuffled string? Can I say, let us see, int target. The target index for this character is nothing but ARR of I. I will look at the ith index of my ARR, and that will give me the index at which this x element should go. Do you agree? ARR of I is telling me at what index should this character x appear in the shuffled string. So I know the target. Okay. अब मेरे को पता है भैया कि this character x will be occurring at index number target. This will occur at index target. So what I will do? I will go to the target index. I go to the target index of my CRR array and I write this character x over there. Is this more clear? यही काम मैं एक लाइन में कर रहा था, but now I have split this in 3 lines. So first of all, I determine what is the current character. I determine the index where this character should go to. Then I go to that index of my CRR array and I write the character there. As simple as that. लिख दिया, कर दिया, ठीक है? So now do you agree? Once this loop runs, your CRR array will contain the characters of your shuffled string. Do you agree? After this for loop, see, either you can write line number 20 or you can use line number 21, 22, 23. They are doing the same thing. After this for loop, my CRR array is containing the shuffled string, the characters of the shuffled string. So now what do I want to do? I want to construct, no Mohit, that is wrong. Try to think that is wrong. Now I want to construct the string from the array of characters. Are you all clear till here? I now want to construct the shuffled string from the array of characters. So there are 2 ways of doing this thing. What is the first way? The first way is I'll construct a new string. Let me call the string as answer. Okay. So string answer is equal to what I will do? I will create a new string. Okay. And there is one method, a new learning, right? So here you can write the name of the array of characters. So I will say, boss, my array of characters is CRR. So what it will do? It will basically convert, or it will take this array of characters CRR and it will form a new string from that array of characters. Okay. This is a new concept which I am telling you. So you can create a string from an array of characters like this. So string answer is equal to new string, and within the parentheses, I will write the name of the array of characters from which I want to construct the string. So it will see, boss, CRR is my array of characters. It will take this array of characters and it will create a string from this array of characters. Okay. And then what I will do? I will do a system.out.println answer. This is my shuffled string that I am printing. Okay. Let us try to run this and see. So let's take the input output example. See guys, I'm trying to go extremely slow. Okay. So just make sure everyone is clear, right? And if you're still not clear, try to spend little bit time, right? Try to spend little bit time. You will get it, right? See, elite code is the output. So let's try to submit now. Okay. So all the test cases passed. Okay. Now you can also get another way of doing this same thing. Yes, you can print the CRR array also, but I will say make a string, right? Because that is what the question is asking. Okay. So now another thing that we can do is, once we have the array of characters, अच्छा मैं बताता हूँ यार किसको कहाँ पे डाउट है बताओ. Line number 21. देखो, what is line number 21 actually doing? See, let us try to understand this block. This is the most important block, right? So let's say you have your original string. Okay, code lead. ये मेरा original string है, ठीक है? And I have an array of integers. which is telling me where this C should go at. This C should go at index number 5. This O should go at index number 6. This D should go at index number 7. Let's think something like this. Okay. This is my ARR array. ठीक है. अब मैं क्या कर रहा हूं देखो guys. I have created a new array of characters CRR. Okay. I have created a new array of characters CRR. Now what I am doing, try to understand. I am iterating over my original string S. मैं अपने original string S के through iterate कर रहा हूँ. Okay. Now guys, pay extreme attention to this. You will understand, right? So पहले मैं कहाँ पे हूँ? First of all, I am standing at index number 0. I am standing at index number 0. So what is the character at index number 0? The character at index number 0 is s.char at I. This will give me the character at the 0th index. And I store the character at the variable x. मैंने एक variable लिया and I have stored the character at index number 0. Okay, in x. So x is nothing but C. Now what I am telling, where should this character go to? What should be the index at which this character should occur? I will go to index number I. See, I am at the ith index, right? So I go to index number I of my array. That is, I go to index number 0 of my array and I see what is the element there. It is 5. So this character C should occur at index number 5 of my original, of my shuffled string. So what I will do? Dekho guys, ARR of I, right? So I come to ARR of 0 and I store the value in target. That is, the target for this character is nothing but index number 5, which I have stored it in target. Now what I will do? I will go to index number 5 of my CRR array. So CRR of target, that is, I will go to CRR of 5 and I will write the character X, which is nothing but C here. That means this character C is now coming at index number 5 of my shuffled string. As simple as that. Okay. Or one line approach was, dekho, I will go to the CRR array at what index? Look at the index from ARR of I. Okay. So I is equal to 0. So first of all, I observe ARR of I, which is 5. I go to index number 5 of my CRR array and I write the character. What character? The character which is at the 0th index of my original string, that will be written at the 5th index of my CRR array. Is this part making sense now? Okay, cool guys. Now try to do a dry run yourself, you'll get it, right? Now, once you have made this array of characters, okay, you need to construct a string out of the array of characters. So what you can do? One way is string answer is equals to new string and pass the name of the array of characters. So it will convert, it will take the characters from the array and will create a new string for you. Okay. And then you can print that string. Okay. 5 is the element in the array, ARR array, right? But 5 is ultimately an index only. Now it is telling you at what index that character should go to. Okay. Now, another way of doing this same thing will be, once I have an array of characters, what I can do? I can take up the characters one by one and concatenate it in a new string. So what I will do? I make a string answer and let me make it as a blank string. Now what I will do? For every character C belonging to CRR, okay? My CRR array is consisting of the characters. So for every character C belonging to CRR, you know what I will do? I will do answer plus equal to C. So I am concatenating the characters one by one to my answer string. So what will happen? Do you agree outside this for loop, answer string is my shuffled string? How many of you are getting what I'm trying to say? See guys, I have spent more than enough time on this question. This is a for each loop, right? So ab main kya karunga? See what I am trying to do. Once you have the array of characters, right? Let's say you have an array of characters L, E, okay, E, let's say. So what I am doing, for every character C belonging to CRR. So first of all, the value of C will be L. What I will do? I will take this character and I will add it to my string answer, which is a blank string. Okay. Now what happens? What happens? The value of answer will become L, this string. Next, what will happen? The next character in this array is E. So next, the value of C will become E and I will concatenate this character E to my string answer. So now the string will become LE. Are you getting this, what I'm trying to say? Okay. So Pranshu has a question that I told that the contents of the string cannot be changed. Can anybody tell me what is happening here? Can anybody help me with what is happening here when I am concatenating. मैंने क्या बोला था boss? A brand new string object will be created and answer will be pointing to that string object. A new string will be created, right? Okay, great guys. So these are the two ways of doing this thing. Okay. अच्छा, change it to next line. Let us change it. वो भी कर लेते हैं. Let's take inputs. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, we'll do with functions also. Don't worry, some different questions for functions, right? What happened? Line number 25. Okay. Strange input mismatch exception. Okay. So why is this happening? I'll have to check this, why this happened, right? How to write line number 28 using a for loop. Guys, think a little bit. Okay. Think little bit yourselves, you will understand, right? How to write this line. Okay, I'll get back to you on why the next line is not working. Okay. Should be, I am not very sure. We can check, right? But have you guys understood this logic? Take, if you have a single word, now take input via next. That is always safer. Okay. What is line number 20? Line number 25 is nothing, right? I am creating a new string answer. And what will be the contents of answer? The contents of this answer string will be the contents of this array CRR, which is containing the array of characters. And what is line number 28? Line number 28 is a for each loop. For every character C belonging to CRR, I will take that character C, append it to my answer, and then I will print the answer string. Okay? Okay. Is everyone clear with this question? Are you guys at least 70 to 80% now clear with what is happening in this question? Can you try to do it yourselves? I definitely think you will be clear. Okay. If you are not clear, try to do a dry run. You will definitely understand. Okay. So that is it for this question. Now let's move on to a different question, right? It's a pretty... Okay. If people are not comfortable with a for each loop, what you can do is, can anybody help me? मैं क्या करूं? I don't know a for each loop. What can I do? For, I will do something like this. For int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Okay. And what I will do, answer plus equal to, okay. I will take the character from the ith index of CRR. So CRR of I, kar diya. I will take the character one by one and add it to my answer string. As simple as that. Okay. This is also you can do. Cool. So जिसको जैसे समझ में आए, you can do it in that way. I have told you different techniques. Now let us come to a different question. Yeah, I've spent decent amount of time. I tried to take input using a for each loop, but it is showing error. No, don't take inputs via for each loop. Use a normal for loop for taking inputs, right? We don't take inputs via a for each loop. Okay. Now let's come and try to solve this question here. Okay. It's a very simple question. This will be done very quickly. There can be 2 to 3 ways of doing this question, but let's read this question, right? Let's read this question. Okay. So what were the new learnings that you got? The new learnings that you got from the previous question was, how do you convert an array of characters to a string, right? 2 different ways of converting an array of characters to a string. That was a new learning that I actually got from the question when I did it for the first time, right? Okay. So let's have a read at this question. Greetings to. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll do it once again, even if it is already done, because I'll try to solve all the questions from string, right? Okay. So now that Snapchat and Slingshot are so 2018, and guys, I think we have discussed the for each loop in class once. If I remember correctly, I did spend 5-10 minutes on a for each loop. And in one of the resources also, I had told you about a for each loop. Okay. So please have a read about that. Cool. Let's come to this question. Now that Snapchat and Slingshot are so 2018, the teenagers of the world have all switched to the new hot app called BAPC. So basically, teenagers don't have a work at this point of time. They were using Snapchat. Now they got bored and now they have gotten switched to this new app called BAPC. Cool बनना है सबको यार, तो नया app पे switch करेंगे. Okay. So this app has some stricter social rules than previous iterations. Let us try to understand. For example, if someone says goodbye using later, the other person is expected to reply with alligator. So basically this app, जिसने भी app बनाया है ना, he has created certain rules, some very weird rules, right? कि if somebody is saying goodbye using later, right? अगर कोई text कर रहा है आपको later, then you will have to reply alligator. Okay, basically I don't know what is this rule, but this is this rule, right? Now you cannot keep track of all these social conventions and decide to automate any necessary responses, starting with the most important one, the greetings. Okay. So when your conversational partner opens with hey, okay. So we all, जब भी हम लोग text करते हैं, how do we text? Hey, what's up? Something like this, right? We try to text. So what is this question saying? That when your partner texts you hey, okay, and the Gen Z people, they text like this, hey, ऐसा करते हैं ना? But what it is telling, when your partner texts you like this, H followed by some E's and followed by Y. If you get a greeting of this sort, right? H followed by some number of E's followed by a Y, then you will have to respond with H, but you will be doubling the number of E's. So what is the physical meaning of this? If my friend texts me, hey, so you know what I will have to reply? I will have to reply him H 1 2 3 4 E. देखो मेरे friend ने 2 बार E use किया, so I will have to double the number of E. So I will have to type E 4 times in my reply message. Okay. If my friend texts me HEY, I will have to reply it with HEEY. Okay. If my friend texts like this, so I will first have to count, right? कितना बार E use किया है, and I will have to double the number of E's, right? So basically, we are dominating, right? So yes. So the basic question here is, if I just cut all this story short, the basic question is, you are given a string, right? And how does that string look? H followed by some number of E's followed by Y. That is the message that your friend has sent you. And what you are expected to output? The reply. H followed by double number of E's followed by a Y. Is this question making sense? Dekho guys. First input is HEY, so your output should be HEEY. The second input is H. There is 5 times E. So what will you reply? H 10 times E and followed by a Y. Is the question clear to everyone? Question simple, it's not that difficult. If there is no E, now again a good question, right? If there is no E, if there are 0 E's, then there will be 0 E's for your response as well, right? आपको double करना है ना E's को, तो यदि 0 E's है, just double of 0 is also 0. Okay. So yes, the input is always of this form. See, what is the input? H followed by some number of E's, I don't know how many, followed by a Y. The input will always follow this pattern. Okay. And you just have to give the output by doubling the number of E's. Okay. Let's increase the font size to 20. Okay. बहुत ही बड़ा हो गया यार ये तो. Anyways, no problem. So what do I do? It is a very simple question, right? So what do I do? First of all, let's make a scanner. I will tell you 2 different techniques of doing this question. Scanner SC is equal to new scanner system.in. First of all, I make a scanner. Then I take the string as input. ले लेते हैं input sc.next. Okay. Now, can I say, boss, what is the ultimate thing you are doing? Wherever you find a E, we are replacing it with double E. Can I say? Every occurrence of E, if you replace it with double E, you are doubling the number of E's in your string, right? सोच के देखो, guys. If your string is like this, think of it like this. If your string is H followed by 2 E's followed by Y. So what I am doing? Every occurrence of E, you can replace with double E. So this was one occurrence of E. Let us replace it with double E. This was another occurrence of E. Let us replace it with double E. And then Y. So this is my output, right? So ultimately, what are we doing is, any occurrence of E, you are just replacing it with double E. This is what we are doing. That is the rule, right? So what can I do? We have learned the method, right? So what method do we call? S.replace. I will replace all occurrences of E with double E. Okay. Ho gaya? And this is the string that you have to give as answer, right? So you can capture it in a variable answer. This is a new string where all the E's have been replaced with double E. And you can simply do a system.out.println answer. Okay. Let's try to run it with an input output example. HEY. Let's try to run the code and see whether we get HEEY as expected or not. Yes, we get, right? So let us try to submit it and see whether it works or not. Snehal, Boolean matrix problem we have covered. I would suggest you to, try to do it yourself, or watch the recordings. We have already discussed that question, right? So this is one way of doing this. अब तुम लोग मेरे को पूछोगे, hey Adarsh, if we don't know replace, you are expecting us to know replace keyword, right? मान लो कि तुमको नहीं याद आ रहा है. Let's so that you forget the replace method, right? What will you do? Can anybody tell me a logic if I don't want to use the replace keyword? If I don't want to use the replace method, what I will do? My very basic logic is I will count the number of e's in the string, and then I will just create a new string with double the number of e's. So let me try to explain it via that also, so that everyone is clear, right? So what I will do? First of all, my job is to count the number of e's in my original string. So what I will do? Int. Let me make a variable count e equal to 0. Now, can you write code that will count the number of e's in the string? Can you write a code? E is a character, but I am treating it like a string, right? Replace every occurrence of string e with ee. Now what I will do? I will have to count the number of e's, right? So I just run a basic for loop. And I am running it till the end, right? Achha, what is intent? Now you will ask me what is intent. Guys, forget about length -1, length -2. End तक चला दो ना, क्या दिक्कत है? कोई problem थोड़ी है. So int_n is equal to s.length. Okay. Now, what I will check if s.char at I, if the character at the ith index equal to e, what I will do? I will do a count e plus plus. So do you agree? Outside the for loop, I have how many e's my friend has used? Yes, I know. अब मेरे को क्या करना है? I just have to double the number of e's. So what I will do? Now try to understand. I will create a new string answer. But if e's are not continuous and present, it would be difficult to count the. Akshay, see, in this algorithm that we have written, right? Every occurrence of e is replaced with a double e, right? So it is in line with the question, right? The question is telling that you are expected to get a string of the form h followed by some e's followed by y. If you get more e's now, then it will also replace that with double the number of e's. Okay. Acha. Now what I want to do, I have made a new string. Acha. I have initialized the string with h. Can you tell me why? Because the first character is h. मेरे को पता है the string will start with h. Now what I will do? After h, can I say I will have double the number of e's? Can I say after h, you will have double the number of e's? So what will I do? I run a loop. How many times? 2 times the count of e. Do you agree? See, I will run a loop for 2 times count of e. This loop will run for, let's say if the count of e was 5. So this loop will run from 0 till 9. That is 10 times the loop will run. So this loop runs for 2 times the count of e. And what I will do? In every occurrence, in every time the loop runs, what I will do? I will add an e to my string. So answer plus equal to e. I will add e to my answer. Okay. So now what will happen? Can I say outside this for loop, my string looks like h followed by double the number of e's. Now what do I have to do? I just have to add y at the end. Simple. Done. Made the new string. Right? Is it making sense, guys? How many of you have understood what we are trying to do? Very simple. I have just counted the number of e's in the original string. And then what have I done? I create a new string with h. Then what do I done? Let's say that the count of e is 5. 5 times e is occurring in the original string. So what will happen? This loop will run for 2 into 5. That is 10 times. Okay. So this loop is running for 10 times. And every time I am adding a e to my string. So 10 times e will get added. Okay. And then outside the loop, I just add y. So h followed by double the number of e's followed by y. It is not confusing. See, this is very simple. If you try to understand, see, let's take a very simple input, h, e, y. So is everyone clear till here, till line number 20? What are we doing till line number 20? What will be the value of count e? The value of count e will be 1. That is, you have 1 e in your original string. Now what I want to do in my this string, in my this string, I want to double the number of e's. So what I will do? I make a new string. I make a new string. First of all, you have h. Okay. Then what do? I run a loop. How many times? Double the number of count e. So count e ka value 1 tha. So this loop will run from I equal to 0. Okay. I less than 2 into 1. That is I less than 2. So first of all, the loop will run with a value of I equal to 0. And what do? I add a e to the string. Then the loop will run with a value of I equal to 1. And what do? I add a e to the string. Then the value of I will become 2 and the loop will not run. I come outside the loop, I add y to my string, and then I return this string or print this string as the answer. H followed by double the number of e's followed by 5. Is this making sense? Yes, that is given in the question. Okay. And see, is this for loop correct, guys? Try to make me help me. Is this for loop correct? Is this for loop correct? Is this for loop correct? This is also fine, right? Ultimately, you want the loop to run for twice the count of original number of e's, right? So if there are 5 e's, this loop will start from 1 and go all the way till 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times. Okay. Or you can also do like this. For int I equal to 0, I less than 2 times count of e. So this also runs for 2 times count of e. Okay. Let's say if count of e is 5, then this will run from I equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 times the loop will run. And every time you add a e. Okay. How many of you have understood what is happening here? Yes, the first character will be h and the last character will be y. Okay. Cool, guys. So I think this should be clear. अरे बहुत simple है, कुछ नहीं किया है. I've just counted the number of e's, then created a new string. H से start हो रहा है. Add double the number of e's to the string and then add y and then print the final string as answer. Okay. Line number 23 is nothing. Line number 23 is you are adding e. Okay. So this loop is running for double the amount of time. Double bar ye run ho raha hai. And every time you are adding a e. So 2 times double the number of e's will get added. Okay. If you have e in a different position, there also the e will be doubled. Okay. Acha guys, I think many people have still got confusions in concatenation. See guys, try to understand. If you have answer like ABC, if my answer string is ABC, right? And you do something like answer plus equal to D. Okay. Let's say you do answer plus equal to D. So what happens? See, what happens? Answer was initially pointing to a string ABC. Okay. I cannot draw it very well here. Okay. And when you do answer plus equal to D, a brand new string will be created, which will have the contents A, B, C, D. And now answer will be pointing to this string. Okay. And this string will be remaining in the memory somewhere. Okay. Cool. भैया यहाँ पे HS string double time E add कर दिया and have added Y at the end. That's it. Okay. Line number 25 is nothing. It is just adding Y at the end of the string, right? Is everyone clear? Can I move on to the next question? Yes? Okay, guys. Great. Thank you. Let's come to the next question. See, these are very simple questions, right? So I see, try करना एक बार खुद से solve करने का after the class, right? Then it will be very more clear to you all. Okay. Answer is not mutable. Try to understand when you are doing a concatenation, a brand new string is created. I am repeating this many number of times, right? Yes, you can even add h with a character. No. Single character, Nina. That is a string, right? Ultimately. Okay. Let's come to the next question. All questions, guys. By the end of today's class, my aim is all the 5 questions of the string assignment should be clear to everyone. And also I will take some questions from functions. So don't worry on that front. Okay. Abhi ek hi ghanta hua hai. We still have 2 hours to go. Okay. And we have, ho jayega. Ye to ho jayega complete. Koi dikkat nahi. Okay. Now let's come to Autori. Okay. Now let's come to Autori. And then we'll take time conversion, then p-tice. Okay. Let's come to Autori. Okay, let's remove the code. Okay. So first of all, let us, read the question. And again, there will be a couple of ways to solve this. Again, same question. It's again a very basic question, to be honest. पहले तो इसका पूरा paragraph पढ़ते. That is the hard task. Okay. So yes, I'll give you a break of 5 minutes. Noted. Okay. Great scientific discoveries are often named by the last name of scientists that made them. For example, the most popular asymmetric cryptography system, RSA, was discovered by Raivesh, Shamir, and Adelman. Okay. So the three people discovered, है ना? Raivesh, Shamir, and Adelman discovered the method. So I call this method as RSA. I have just used the first character of their names. Okay. Another notable example is the Knuth-Morris-Pratt algorithm, named by Knuth-Morris-Pratt. So see, Knuth-Morris and Pratt discovered the algorithm. So how am I writing? Knuth-Morris-Pratt. Scientific papers reference earlier works a lot, and it is not uncommon for one document to use two different naming conventions. See, there are two naming conventions that we are talking about. One is using just the first letter of the name of the scientist, जैसे RSA लिखे, and the other is use the entire name followed by hyphen, separated by hyphen. There are two ways of writing this, right? Now, what it is telling, a document can use both the different naming conventions, right? The short variation, where you just use the first letter from every scientist name, KMP, using only the first letter of the author's last names, and the long variation, where you write the entire last name separated by hyphen. Okay, so there are two different ways of writing things in a research paper. But what you'd see is mixing two conventions is aesthetically unpleasing, right? Nowadays, we all talk about aesthetics, right? All of us use social media and we all care about aesthetics, right? So they are saying, ki, boss, if in a research paper, you are using both the short and the long version, then it is not aesthetically very good, right? So all instructors give examples from these. Please give us some other examples. Yes, I will share some practice questions for you, which you can attempt outside the module, right? But I think all of these questions helps us to understand new concepts. That is why we have taken these questions, right? But rest assured, I will give you some extra questions on strings, which you can try on your own. And we can also discuss those questions in the weekend, not on the weekdays, but in the weekend, we can take that up. Okay. So, you know, two conventions in one paper is bad. And I want to write a program that will transform long variations into short. So question kya bol raha hai, boss? You are given the long variation as an input and you have to give the output as the short variation. Is the question making sense? You are given the long variation, Knuth-Morris-Pratt. What will be the short variation? Just pick up the first letters of every name, KMP, that is the output. Look at the second, Mirko-Slavko. So I will just take M and S. MS is the output. Dekho, Pasko-Patak, PP, that will be the output. So given the long version, I will have to output the short version. Okay. And it is telling me the first and only line of input will contain at most 100 characters. No need to care. Uppercase and lowercase letters of the English alphabet and hyphen. And it is telling you the ASCII code of hyphen is 45. The first character will always be an uppercase. Definitely. Because you are writing names, the first character will have to be an uppercase. And hyphens will always be followed by an uppercase letter. All other characters will be lowercase. So iska matlab kya bol ke rakha hai? The first character is uppercase and the character after the hyphen will also be uppercase. Because after hyphen, you will have the name of a new scientist. So the starting name will be capital only. So after hyphen, you have a capital letter and all other letters are small. Is the question clear to everyone? Question सबको समझ आया क्या? Okay. Can you tell me what method can you use to make your job simple? Remember about the fundamental methods that we had discussed on your string. What do you think is a method that you can get a feeling that you can use? Split. Very good. That is what I wanted to hear. Split use कर सकते हो भैया. What I will do? I know that. अच्छा पहले हमने लिख ही लेते हैं ना, ठीक है? I'll tell you two different ways of doing this again. Scanner SC, dark mode हटाना है. What, where, how do we remove? Why dark mode? Arey, this will be more bad यार. Please let it remain a dark mode only. कहाँ चला गया? Dark mode is better. At least it is calming to the eyes, right? Okay. So let us make, yeah, I will show you both the methods, okay? So new scanner system.in. Acha. Now what I will do, I will first of all take input of the string. Okay, so string s is equal to sc.next. So I have got the string as input. Now tell me guys, what do I need to do? Where will I split? At what character should I split at? I will split at hyphens. I will split at hyphens. सोच के देखो guys. If I split at hyphens, do you agree you will get the names in an array of string? See, what I am trying to do is string. I will make an array of strings, okay? Array of strings, ARR. And what I will say, S dot split. I will split the string at hyphen. So do you agree that now my string ARR, my array of strings will contain the names? The first name will be Nuth, then you will have Morris, then you will have Pratt. Do you agree? What is the contents of the ARR array after you split at hyphens? See guys, when you split at hyphen, what is hyphen? It is hyphen or minus, whatever you call it, right? Now this was the original string, right? This was the original string that you had, okay? So I am splitting it at hyphens. So what you will get? You will get an array of strings. The first word will be Nuth, then you will have Morris, okay? And then you will have Pratt. Do you agree? Do you all agree till here? This is what is the contents of my array of strings. Yes. Now what do I want to do? I will just iterate over this array. I come to the first word, I pick up the first character K, okay? I come to the second word, I pick the first character M. I come to the third word, I pick the first character P. And this is my output string. Do you agree? Okay, so pretty simple. Let's see. So what do I want to do? Can I use a for loop to iterate through the array? Okay, let's use a for each loop. For every string S belonging to ARR. So can anybody tell me what will be the value of S for the first time? The first time the value of S will be Nuth. Then the value of S will be Morris. Then the value of S will be Pratt. Okay. So for each string S belonging to ARR, what do I want to do? Can you help me guys? I have a string answer. Can anybody help me? What should I do? I will do answer plus equal to. What will I add in answer? S dot char at 0. So for every string, I will pick up the character at the 0th index, which is a capital letter, and I will add it to my answer. Okay. And later I can simply do system dot out dot println. Sab karunga guys. Simple loop bhi karunga. Don't worry. Answer. Is this making sense? What is line number 14? See guys, a for each loop, I think we have covered it a couple of times. For every string S belonging to ARR. So first of all, S will take a value of Nuth, that is the first string. Then S will take a value of Morris, that is the second string. Then S will take a value of Pratt, that is the third string. So for every string present in ARR, I will pick up the character at the 0th index and add it to my answer string. Okay. Is it making sense, guys? This is one method of doing this, right? So if I submit it, let us see. How many of you are clear with this method? कितने लोगों को समझ में आ रहा है what is going on? 515 test cases failed. Now why did it fail? Let us see. Let us take an input output example. Where did we go wrong? Let's come to console. Let us try to run it and see. Okay, string S is already defined. Okay, great. So I think you agree now, this string S is already defined, so you cannot redeclare the variable in the same scope. So let us try to make a different. For every string T kar lete hain, at T dot char at 0. Okay. Let's try to run the code now. We should try to do a dry run always, right? So just try to run it with input output KMP. Okay, I think I've given MS small, no problem. Seems good. Let's try to submit it. Okay, so this passed, right? So is this making sense, guys? Is this making sense? For loop syntax. Okay. See, what is a for each loop? Let us come to the concept of a for each loop, right? So here, I think you need to understand the concept of a for each loop. Let me come here. Show us using uppercase syntax. Why do you need an uppercase syntax here, right? We don't even know. See, if I am telling you, you have an array of strings, right? Let's say ABC is my first string. Second string is BCD. Okay. Then the third string is CDE, anything, right? So there are two ways of printing or iterating through the array, right? One way can be, let us call this array as ARR. So what can be one way? For int I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, what you will do? You will do SOP ARR of I. And this ARR of I is nothing but this string that is printed, right? Another way of printing the strings from the array can be for every string, give any name, right? For each string T belonging to ARR, okay? For every string T belonging to ARR, okay? So first, what is the first string belonging to ARR? ABC. So first of all, T will take a value of ABC, okay? And then whatever you want to do, you can print T, okay? Then the next time the loop runs, what is the second string? BCD. So T will take a value of BCD, okay? So that is what we are doing. So for every string, right, when T takes the value of BCD, I was extracting the 0th character at the 0th index, okay? But if you don't want to use a for each loop, what can we do? Let us see. Can anybody give me a piece of code if I don't want to use the for each loop? Quickly, guys. Anybody, can you help me? If I don't want to use the for each loop, what can I do? I can simply iterate through my, array for int I equal to 0, I less than ARR dot length, okay, I plus plus. I'm iterating over the array. And what is the name, guys? What is the name? ARR of I is the name. Do you agree? ARR of I is nothing but the entire name, okay? And hide the console. Fair enough, okay? So ARR of I is the entire string. Do you agree? If I iterate through the array like this, do you agree? ARR of I is the name of the scientist. Now, what should I do? I don't want to take the entire name, right? From this name, I will extract the character at the 0th index. So ARR of I is the string dot char at 0. It will give me the character at the 0th index of the string. And I will add this character to my answer. This is also you can do. Okay. Is this making sense? ARR of I is the string, and in that string, you are going to the 0th index and picking the character and adding it to your answer. Okay. And then you print out answer. As simple as that. So I'll try to submit it. I won't say don't directly print, make a string. That is what the question is asking, right? Make a string. Okay, cool. Line 12 and 18. What is line 12? Line 12 is a basic split, guys. I think we have talked about it when we were discussing about strings, right? How does the split actually work? I am splitting the string at hyphen. So wherever you find a hyphen, you will make a cut, okay? And you will get the strings in an array, okay? So the first word will be Nuth, then you will have Maris, then you will have Pratt, okay? See, the split method we have already discussed on the first class of strings, if you remember very carefully, right? Okay. Line number 18 हिंदी में. अरे कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. देखो भाई, हिमांशु, try to understand. I'll just quickly move to the next question after this. भाई, मैंने ना split किया है, तो मेरे को जो array ARR मिला है ना, उसका contents क्या क्या है? पहले में आएगा नुथ. अरे यार लिखा ही नहीं जाता. नुथ, okay. The second string will be Morris. Okay, and the third string will be Pratt. तो अब मैं क्या कर रहा हूं, मैं बोल रहा हूं मेरे को हर स्ट्रिंग का पहला लेटर उठाना है, ठीक है? तो मैं क्या कर रहा हूं, आई एम इटरेटिंग थ्रू द एरे फॉर इंट आई इक्वल टू 0, आई लेस देन ARR डॉट लेंथ आई प्लस प्लस. तो पहले आई की वैल्यू क्या होगी? द फर्स्ट वैल्यू ऑफ आई विल बी 0, आई इज इक्वल टू 0. सो व्हाट इज द स्ट्रिंग? व्हाट इज द स्ट्रिंग? ARR ऑफ आई. ARR ऑफ 0 विल गिव मी दिस एंटायर स्ट्रिंग नुथ. बट मेरे को नुथ पूरा स्ट्रिंग थोड़ी चाहिए, मेरे को तो सिर्फ ये कैरेक्टर के चाहिए. सो व्हाट आई विल डू, this is the entire string. ARR of 0 is the entire string. Then I will do dot char at 0. So in this string, go to the character at index 0. Get this character and add it to my answer string and then print the answer. So I will go to every string in the array, pick up the first character, add it to my answer, and then I will print the answer at the end. So KMP will be in my answer. Is this making sense? समझ आ रहा है? Can I move further? अगर char at 0 नहीं यूज करे तो कैसे होगा? No, then you won't be able to do, right? You definitely have to understand char at 0. Why do previous code? Yes, I am trying to explain all the lines of code that I write, right? 14 to 16 is nothing. That is another way. For every string T belonging to ARR. So this time, instead of ARR of I, you are calling T, right? For every string T. Then you extract the character at the 0th index and add it up. Okay? No, you cannot split at spaces. Okay. show the output. Just 1 second, guys. 1 second. Yeah, Anish, I think I am trying to explain all the lines one by one. Don't worry. Okay. Can I move ahead, guys? Please explain line 13. क्या लिख दिया भाई line 13 में ऐसा? देखो. Line 13. What is line 13? Line 13 is just you are making a new string, right? Basically, you have to return a new string ना, short version. तो मैंने एक string create किया है. इसमें मैं characters append करूंगा. This is my final answer. I'll print answer at the end. That's it. Okay. चलो guys, cool. Let's move forward. Okay. Come to modules. Guys, please try to read about a for each loop, right? मैंने articles भी share किया था, so please read about for each loop, right? That is the expectation from my end, that you are reading the articles that I share with you, right? We can do it another way, just by running the loop one time. It will take the first character, done. You can take the first, but you have to take the first character of every scientist, right? Remember that in mind. Okay. Where is the article? ऐसा मत बोलो भाई, शेयर किया था बहुत मेहनत से. Okay. अच्छा, what call questions have we done? Now let us come to time conversion. Okay. Shuffle string we have done, hey we have done, autori we have done. Now let's come to time conversion. ठीक है? Again, it's a good question. Remove. Okay. Already discussed in doubt class. Nevertheless, I'll repeat once. And after that, I'll do PTIs also. Don't worry. Sab karenge bhaiya. Have patience, guys. Everything will be done. Okay. So let's first have a read at this question. Let's first have a read at this question, right? Yeah, I know everyone's doubt session is going in alag speed mein chal raha hai, right? So definitely that is why I have taken up the session today, so that we all are in the same pace, right? और आज के बाद ये सारे questions doubt class में discuss नहीं होंगे, okay? So don't ऐसा मत सोचना कि I have discussed it and again this will get discussed. So please pay attention. Strings will not be discussed in the doubt class, at least these questions, right? They can take other questions, but this will not be discussed. Okay. Let's come to this question, time conversion. Okay. Now, what about 2D arrays? They will discuss. Given a time in 12-hour format. Okay. So you have a 12-hour format, AM, PM format, convert it to military time. I think everyone is aware, right? Doubt class is not interactive. Okay. How do you rate the lectures? Are the lectures interactive? मैं इतना interact तो नहीं कर पाता हूँ तुम लोग के साथ, to be very honest, but I think I try my best. Okay, ठीक है. So yeah, if in 500 people you are feeling it interactive, that's great. Okay, cool. So let's come to this. Okay, so basically, see, you have been given a time in the AM PM format. ठीक है, very simple. Doubt class is interactive, great. See, that's good, right? Everything is being done in a format so that you understand, right? Ultimately, see, at the end of the day, we are a single team, right? Instructor, doubt instructors, and you guys, we are all on one side, right? Everyone has the same goal of making you guys understand, and so that you grasp the concepts well, are able to practice, and you get placed. We are all on the same team, right? Okay. So what is this question saying? This question, आप नजरअंदाज कर रहे हो मेरे क्वेश्चन. क्या हुआ भाई, बताओ, तुम पहले अपना क्वेश्चन बता दो. What is your question? I might have skipped it in the chats. Okay, anyways, I'll see that later then. Okay, so let us try to convert this. So what is the question stated? The question is stated that you are given a time in the 12-hour format. Now, what is a time? What is a 12-hour format? 12-hour format is something like this. देखो ना ऐसे 12, 5, 35 p.m. What does it mean? It means afternoon 12. Do you agree? This is afternoon 12, right? PM मतलब afternoon का 12 का बात कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? And when I want to talk of AM, when I write something like this, ये क्या हुआ है? This is the time when we will be going to bed, right? This is late night 12. Right? So everyone understands the 12-hour format AM PM. Do I need to explain this part? AM PM format सबको समझ आता है? Yes? Okay. Now what the question is saying कि boss, you have to convert this 12-hour format into the military time zone. Military format, right? And what is the military format? They don't use AM and PM, right? So what happens in military format? 12 AM will become something like this. This is the morning time, right? I don't know how many of you have seen, right? In your phones also, sometimes we have military format, right? So this is 12 AM, then you will have 1, then you will have 2, then you will have 3, followed by till 11. Then you will have 12, okay? Then what will happen? How does 1 PM get denoted? See, in the 12-hour format, your 1 PM will be denoted like this. But in military time, how will it get denoted? 13:00:00. This is 1 PM. How will 11 o'clock get denoted? 11 o'clock कैसे denote होगा? In 24-hour format, 23:00:00. So is everyone fundamentally clear with what is the difference between the 12-hour and the military format? Is everyone fundamentally clear with that? Okay, great. Now we'll learn a couple of new concepts here. Okay, that's great. Yeah, that's really great. Okay, so yeah. So now what I have to understand is what is the logic that I try to, yeah, railway station pe milta hai. Correct. Okay. So the long story short, you should realize the difference between, a 12-hour format and a 24-hour format, right? And what is the question stating? You are given a time in the 12-hour format and you have to convert it to the 24-hour format. Okay? ये question बोल रहा है, as simple. Okay. Now, what is the logic? मैं ना एकदम scratch से सोचता हूँ, ठीक है? Let's talk of the time that you have got, right? Let's say that you have given a particular time in the, 12-hour format. Okay, let's say that I am talking about AM times. Acha guys, try to think of it in this way. Will you ever be changing the minutes and the seconds? When you go from the 12-hour format to the 24-hour format, will ever the minutes and seconds be changed? सब लोग मानते हो no? The answer is no, right? The minutes and the seconds will never get changed. Convert करके देख लो, never it will get changed. And will this AM or PM be available? No, this will also be removed. Okay. So first of all, let us try to understand, okay, what happens if you are given a time in AM. Okay. What will happen, guys? Do you agree? Let's say I am talking of 1 AM. Okay, 1 AM. So if I am talking of 1 AM, what will happen? Everything will remain as it is. Do you agree? If I am talking of 1 AM, everything will remain as it is in the 24-hour format. Do you agree? Yes. Similarly, when you talk of 2 AM, when you talk of 3 AM, 4 AM, 5 AM, 6 AM, 7 AM, 8 AM, 9 AM, 10, 11 AM, 11 AM, everything will remain as it is. Do you agree with me? When your hour is between 1 to 11, everything will remain as it is. The only change will happen is if we are talking, if let's say we are talking of 12 AM, if we are talking of 12 AM, okay. So if my time is in AM, okay, and my hour is 12, then what do I need to do? I simply need to replace it with 00. Is this part of the logic making sense? Ki boss, if my time is given in AM, okay, see, the hours and minutes never change, and the hours will also not change in case of 1 to 11. If your hour is 12, then you will just have to change it to 00. Do you all agree? AM to गायब ही हो जाएगा. Yes, is this logic making sense? Bhai, let's take example, right? If somebody gives you 12:5:36 AM, okay? So what is my hour string? My hour is 12, okay? What is my minute? My minutes is 05, this string. And what is my second? My second is 36. Do you all agree? And what I am telling you, because the time is in AM, okay? See, minutes and seconds never get changed, right? If your hour is 12, just replace it with 00, okay? And then your time will be 00:05:36. This is the 24-hour format, right? And if you have anything apart from 12, if you have anything other than 12, let's say I'm talking about 2 AM, okay? So 02:05, let's say anything, right? 05, let's say 48, okay? AM, okay? So what is hour? Hour is nothing but 02. What is minute? Minute is nothing but 05. And what is second? second is nothing but 48, and the time is given in AM. So guys, I am telling you, minutes and seconds never change. Will the hour change? Should I change the hour or will it remain as it is? It will remain as it is, boss. AM में time है देखो. So it will be this thing 02, 05, 48. So is it making sense? If the time is given to you in AM, then if your hour is 12, then you will change it to 00. Otherwise, you will let the hour remain as it is and your conversion is done. Is this part making sense? Does everyone agree with me? Or do you have any counter example to prove me false here? Everyone agrees? Ki boss, if the time is given in AM format, just look at the hour. Just look at the hour. Just look at the hour. If the hour is anything between 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, 10, 11, nothing will get changed, right? But if the hour is 12, if I am talking about 12 AM, then this 12 need to be changed to 00 in 24-hour format. Okay? पहले AM का देखते हैं, फिर PM का देखेंगे. Is the AM logic making sense? See, Kambir, what I'm trying to say is, when I am giving you a AM time, okay, and the hour is not 12, then everything will remain as it is. करके देख लो भाई. मान लो मैं तुमको देता हूँ 11 AM, right? This is AM and the hour is 11. Hour is not equal to 12. So everything will remain as it is. 11:05:36. This is the 24-hour format. Okay. भाई मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं, अगर टाइम AM में होगा ना, तो मैं वो देखो आवर और मिनट तो कभी भी चेंज नहीं होगा. सॉरी, मिनट्स और सेकंड्स तो कभी भी चेंज नहीं होगा. मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं, अगर आवर 1 हुआ, 2 हुआ, 3 हुआ, 4 हुआ या 11 तक हुआ ना, तो कुछ चेंजेस नहीं होंगे. बट अगर आवर 12 है ना, तो मेरे को इसको 00 में चेंज करना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज 12 AM इज नथिंग बट 00. ओके, इज एवरीवन क्लियर टिल हियर दिस पार्ट? ओके, let's go to the code. I'll try to code up simultaneously, right? Acha, two important things that I want you guys to understand, or two new things that you will learn with this question is how to convert an integer to a string and how to convert an 13 gaya to PM karna hoga. In input you will never get a 13, right? You will never get a 13 in input. 1 to 12 same hota hai na, 11 nahi. I didn't get your question. See, what मेरे को एक टाइम दो AM में. Give me any time in AM, right? Okay. So first of all, the two prerequisites for this question, right, which you will need to know is how do I convert an integer to string and how do I convert a string to integer? So let us try to understand, right? Let's say you have a string. Okay, string S is equal to, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is a string, right? What if I want to convert this string to an integer? Acha, what? Mukul, क्या बोल रहे हो? 9, 23, 33. Acha, Mukul has given us an input 9, 23, 33 AM. So what am I seeing? This is the hour, minute. This is the second and this is the hour. Is the hour equal to 12? No. So I am saying everything will remain as it is. Everything will remain as it is. This is my final answer. Do you agree, Mukul? No, कोई change नहीं होगा. खाली AM हट जाएगा बस. यहीं पे अगर 12 AM होता ना, तो वो 00 करना पड़ जाता. Right? Yes, Umedi, 12:36:09 AM. So because the hour is 12, now you will have to change it to 00. So your output will be 00:36:09. Okay? See, I am just talking about AM at this point of time. PM भी बात करूंगा, सब बात करेंगे, ठीक है? How do I convert this string to an integer? So we have a method known as integer.parseInt. So what does this parseInt method do? So see, there is an integer class, right? And inside this, there is a function by the name of parseInt. Okay. So this parseInt will take a string. It will take a string and it will convert that. It will parse that string to an integer. Okay. So I can store it in a variable index. Okay. So this string will get converted to an integer and this integer will be stored in the variable X. So if you try to print X, you will see that 1, 2, 3, 4 is printed. देख लेते हैं. It is parsing. It is parsing, right? You are basically reading 1, 2, 3, 4 string and you are converting this into an integer. Okay. Is this making sense, guys? This you have to remember one method, right? How to convert without method. कर सकते हैं, that is also you can do, right? One character you will take, you will into 10 add it, right? You can do it, but let's not go into that, right? Okay. So is it making sense to everyone? No, it will. See, the idea here is whatever string is there now, that is a valid number. Okay. So let's say if you have a string like this 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So let's see, I am expecting 123 as the output. Let's see. See, 123, right? So it is expected that the string that you give to parseInt, that is a valid integer. Okay. And that is a valid integer representation. Okay. It will convert that string to integer and store it in a variable. Is this making sense to everyone? Yes. Now, what if we wrote S is equal to ABCD? Obviously error. कुछ गड़बड़ी आएगा, है ना? Anyways. Now, the other important thing that we want to, parseInt is a method, right? It is a function. It is telling boss, parse this string S as an integer. Parse this string S as an integer. That is, convert the contents of the string to an integer. Okay. Why it doesn't print 0, 1, 2, 3? Boss, 0, 1, 2, 3 is the string. Ultimately, what is this integer? अगर मैं तुमको बोल रहा हूँ 0, 1, 2, 3, it is at the end of the day 123 only. Okay. So that is why it is printing 123. Okay. Now, another important method that we want to understand is, how do I convert an integer to a string? Reverse. How do I convert an integer to a string? Okay. Let's say I have an integer. What if the string is 0, 0, 0? You'll get the output as 0. Try karo guys. Thoda sa apne aap bhi try to explore, right? Let's say you have an integer. You have an integer number. And now I want to convert. I want to get a string representation of this number. Okay. I want to get a string representation. So what I will do? There is a method string.valueOf. So what it will take? It will take an integer and it will convert that integer to a string. Okay. So string.valueOf G. So it will take the integer G, convert it to a string. Okay. And I can store it in a variable. Let us say string A is equal to this. So now A will contain the string representation of 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, not integer.value of string.value of. Okay. So now guys, can you help me? If I print a.char at, if I print a.char at 2, what will I get as output? A.char at 2, what will I get as output? 7. Everyone agrees? Karke dekh lete hain. Why do I need? We will see later. We will see later, right? 7. So does everyone understand these two methods? Converting a string to an integer, integer.parseInt, and converting an integer to a string, you can use string.valueOf. Okay. These are the two methods that I generally use. Okay. Cool. Now let's go back to our logic. Achha. So first of all, what do we do? Just print A. Just print A. Why? Okay. Anyways, let's come. Two string be use kar. See, there can be many ways, right? There can be many ways. You can try to see. Okay. Integer.parseInt is a very good way of converting an integer string to an integer, and string.valueOf se wo ho jata hai. ठीक है. But yeah, there can be other ways also, and you can explore it, right? I am telling you two ways. Okay. Now let's come to this question. First of all, what do we have to do? Without thinking anything, let us take a scanner. Let me increase the size. 18 kar dete. Okay. Now, what do we do? We have to take the string as input. So let us take a string as input. ले लिया time input. Now I have got the 12-hour time format. Now, first of all, what I am doing, last page again, take screenshot. ले लो भाई, 1 second. You can take a screenshot if you want or note it down. I'll share the codes in the document and all these things. So no need to worry on that front. But yeah, if you want, you can actually take screenshots, right? Okay, just give me 1 sec. Just give me 1 sec, guys. I got a... Okay, anyways, that's not important. Okay. Why is the output 7? Bhai, mere ko batao, when you have converted this integer to a string, you have access to string 5, 6, 7, 8. So what is the character at the second index? 7 only, na? So that character is printed. Okay. Anyways, let's come back. Achha. So मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, guys? I have taken the string as input. Okay. Now tell me, first of all, I need to know what is the hour string. How can I extract the hour string? Try to understand, guys. I want you guys to tell me how do I get the hour string? How do I get what is in the minute string? And how do I get what is in the second string? How do I get? Using a very simple method that we have understood. Substring, correct. Substring. भाई देखो ना, मेरे को पता है the first two characters will be of hours, right? So can I do something like this? String. Arey, why didn't the color change? Did we miss something? Okay, anyways. String hour is equal to, can I say something like this? S dot substring, okay, from index number 0 till index number 2. So that is the string at index number 0 and 1. That is my hour string. Do you all agree? I will get the hour string via this. Does everyone agree? I will get whatever the hours is there in this string. Can anybody help me with minutes and seconds? Can anybody help me with minutes and seconds? Anybody? What should I write to get the minutes? 2,4. I am taking your word, right? So I will get the string at index number 2 and 3. What is there? 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. भाई क्या बोल रहे हो? Why 2,4? No. 3,5, right? 3,5. Now, when I say give me the substring between indexes 3 and 5, I will extract the string from index number 3 and 4. So what is at index number 0, 1? लिख लेते हैं बड़े से. Okay. So this is index number 0, 1, index 2, index 3, index 4, index 5. So if I say extract the substring between 3 and 5, so I will take this 3,4. So 0, 1. So this will give me the minutes. Okay. Now how will we get the second? Guys, why have I done 0,2 and not 0,1? सही बोल रहे हो कि boss, the hour is at 0,1. But what did I tell you? The substring method excludes the higher range. So 2 will get excluded. Okay. How will I get the second string? How will I get the second string? S dot substring 6,8. Correct. 6,8. See guys, this 8 will get excluded. So ultimately you will extract the characters from index number 6 and index number 7. Okay. So now, do you agree? You have access to the hour string. What you will get access to? Dekho. Hour is equal to, this just, I don't know why am I not able to write in this screen for some strange reason. But do you agree hour will be looking like this? Minute will be looking like this. Do you all agree? And second will be looking like this. Do you all agree with me? Do you all agree with me? Bhaiya, 6,8 क्यों किया? This 8 is the upper limit that gets excluded. So this will return the string from index number 6 till index number 7. And that is nothing but the second string. So now I have all these three strings, the hour, the minute, and the second. अब मैं क्या करता हूँ? See, for now we have understood the logic for AM. So can you tell me how do I know if the time is given in AM or PM? How do I know if the time is given in AM or PM? If S dot char at, can I check like this? If S dot char at, what index will I check? देखते index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can I check at index number 8? If the character at index 8 is equal to A, then can I tell you that the time is given in the AM? Time is in AM format. Can I tell you? Contains भी कर सकते हो, ऐसे भी कर सकते हो, whatever you are more comfortable with, right? Can I say that, boss, now I am talking of the AM one? Why is second 6,8 not 6,9? अच्छा, कार्तिक 6,9 करोगे तो क्या होगा? This is index number 6, this is index number 7, this is index number 8, this is index number 9. So if you say 6,9 ना, you will get this entire string which is 00p. p थोड़ी चाहिए मेरे को सिर्फ 6 और 7 का content चाहिए ना, तो I will write 6,8. So I will get this thing. Are you getting it? Okay. So if the character at the 8th index is a capital A, then I am talking of the AM time. Do you all agree? The time is given in AM format. Yes. AM में है ना time. अब मैं क्या करूंगा? What do? I will just check. देखो मैं क्या करूंगा? If HR, what is my hour string? HR. If HR dot equals 12, That is, if the contents of the hour string is 12, what do I need to do? Can you tell me one line of code? If the contents of the hour string is 12, what should I do? I should make HR is equal to 0, 0. Do you agree? If HR ka contents is 12, I will just make it 0, 0. And if HR is not equal to 12, I will not do any changes. Everything will remain as it is. Do you agree? Do you all agree? Okay. Now outside this if block, basically, अब आप समझ रहे हो what will be my answer in this case? Hour plus minute plus second. Simple hour plus minute plus second. Okay. So if the hour was 12, just change it to become 0, 0. Otherwise, I will not make any changes to hour. And this was the logic that we had discussed for AM time format. Do you all agree? See guys, again, Vibhuti, HR equal to 12. What will be compared? The addresses will be compared. If you want to compare the contents, we will be using a dot equals method. Again, I have repeated this thing, right? Dot equals, say, it will check the contents. What is the content of the HR string? Does it match 12 or no? Okay. Now, but string is immutable. भाई मेरे को एक चीज बताओ, मैं बार बार यही बोल रहा हूँ. I am repeatedly telling it. HR is pointing to a string. Let's say HR का contents is 12. I see that yes, the contents of this string HR is 12. What do? I do HR equal to 0, 0. A new string will be created with the contents of 0, 0, and HR will now point to this string. Okay. And why couldn't I do something like this? HR equal to 12. What did I tell you? When you compare strings via double equal to, now you are actually comparing the addresses of the strings. In order for you to compare the contents, you have to use a dot equals method. Okay. Dot equals is for content comparison. यहाँ तक logic सही लग रहा है क्या? Have we taken the logic for AM correctly? This is the logic for AM, right? Now let's try to understand the PM logic. Let's come to else part. क्या हो गया? Please explain, compare. See, double equals compare the addresses, and dot equal will compare the contents, compare the contents of the string, right? Achha. Now, if I come inside this else block, what can I say? That the time is given in PM format. So, agar मैं else block में आया, can I say that the time is in PM format? Yes. Now let us try to discuss the logic for PM format. Okay. I hope you guys are understanding. I'm trying to keep the pace a little bit on the high side, on the higher side. Okay. Okay. Now let us now discuss the logic for PM format. Okay. Okay. So if, see, again I am taking access to the hour string, which is let's say 12. I will have access to the minute string, which is let's say 0, 0. And I have access to the second string, which is 58. Can I use if s.char at 1 equal to 2? You can, but you know, it's better to directly compare with 12, right? No, you cannot use at 2, right? If you do, see, for 0, 2 also, na, this is 2. Okay, so you cannot do like that. समझ रहे हो? जो आपने पूछा s.char at 1, 2, वो नहीं कर सकते. Now my string is in PM format. Okay. How does 12 PM get changed, guys? Can anybody help me? How does 12 PM get changed? Now you will understand, guys. If HR is 12, now it will remain as it is. It will remain 12 only. Dekho, this is how you say 12 p. You know, this is nothing but 12 PM in the military time format. Do you agree? This is 12 PM in the military format. No change. But now try to understand. The moment I come to 0, 1, let's say 1 PM, right? So 1 will get changed to 13. 2 will get changed to 14. Okay. 11 will get changed to 23. So can I tell you one thing? If you are given format in PM, okay, look at the HR string. If it is 12, don't do anything. But if it is not 12, then you will have to add 12 to it. Let's say your HR string is nothing but 09. Okay. I am talking of 9 PM. So what I will have to do? First of all, I will have to convert this string to an integer, 9, add 12 to it, 21, and then convert this 21 back into a string. So HR will become 21. Are you getting this idea? Are you getting this idea? If I am given PM format, mein na, so if HR is 12, don't do anything. If HR is not 12, convert it to an integer, add 12, and then convert that integer back to string. Take an example, right? Let's say I'm talking of 5 p.m. I'm talking of 5 p.m. Okay. So what is the HR string? The HR string is not equal to 12, not equal to 12. So what I will do? I will first of all convert this to an integer, 5, add 12 to it, 17 ban gaya, convert this 17 to string and store it in HR. So now HR will be 17. So what I will do? HR is 17, 17 minutes and seconds never change. Is this logic making sense? Yes. But if your hour was 12, then nothing will change. As simple as that. So let us try to code this up. Very simple. Okay. So else में मैं क्या check करूंगा कि boss if not of HR dot equals 12. Try to understand. When will I enter inside the if block? When hour is not 12. Do you agree? I check HR dot equal tells and not it, right? So if the hour will not be equal to 12, I enter inside the if block. And what do I need to do? I first of all want to convert this hour into an integer. Do you agree? I want to convert this hour into an integer. So how do I convert it? I have a string and I want to convert it to an integer. How do I do it? Integer dot parseInt HR. Okay. This will convert the hour string into an integer. Now what do I do? To this integer, what will I add? I will add 12. So I will add 12 to this integer. Okay. I am doing it in one shot. You can also break it up, right? So first of all, you convert it to an integer, add 12 to that integer. And then I want to convert this integer back to a string. So ये integer पे 12 add किया. Now I want to convert this integer to a string. So what I will do? No, that will be wrong. Integer dot parseInt HR plus 12 will be wrong, right? Now what I will do? I will convert this integer to string. How? String dot value of this integer, right? And where I will do it? I will store it in HR only. So now HR will become this string. Is it making sense, guys? Is this statement understandable? Or let me try to break it down more if you want to. See, my HR, my hour string is not 12. So what do I first of all want to do? Int time. Let us convert the hour into, integer. So what am I doing? Integer dot parseInt. What do I do, HR? So I have gotten an integer format of my time. Then what I will do? I will add 12 to it. Okay. So मैं बोलूंगा time plus equal to 12. So I've added 12. Okay. So now 5 got changed to 17. Now what I will do? I will convert this 17 back into a string. So HR is nothing but your string dot value of time. Okay. So this integer will now be converted to a string and will be stored in HR. Done. And if HR was equal to 12, I am not doing any changes. Okay. We will add 12. हाँ किया तो add. देखो. First of all, I convert it to an integer, add 12, and then convert it back into an string. But yes, if the hour is 12, then you don't need any check. Then you don't need any changing, right? Now, guys, tell me one thing. Outside this if else, when I come here, I have made the necessary changes to my hour, depending on whether I am in AM or PM. So what do I next do? क्या करना चाहिए, guys? parseInt. See, parseInt is nothing. ParseInt will basically convert the string to an integer. It will parse the string as an integer. And then you add 12 to that integer, and then you convert that integer back to a string. Now, outside this if else block, I have HR minute and second. What I will do? I will do, what will be my answer? My answer will be hour plus, you will have colons, okay? Then you will have minute, okay? Then you will have colon. Then you will have second. Do you agree? Do you agree? This is the final answer. Hour colon minute colon second. Okay. So create this answer and then we will do system.out.println answer. Okay. Let's try to run this. Go to console. What should be the output for 12 p.m.? And you can also do like this. That is also fine. What should be the output for this? Same as it is. Let us try to run the code and see. Just that PM part should get chopped off, right? By 12. Okay, we forgot somewhere. Where? Here. Okay. Let's try to again write Guys, 12 p.m. right? 12 p.m. will remain as it is. It won't go to 00, right? दोपहर का 12 बजा है, right? Let us run the code. Same, just the PM will get chopped off. Okay, correct. Now, if I give a 12 a.m., then everything should go to, it should, let's say 12:05 a.m. Okay, 12:05 a.m. So what should be the output? Let us run the code. दिया तो PM का condition. Else block is a PM condition, right? Okay. Then again, if you want to take, let's say 5 p.m., right? 5 p.m. Let us talk of 5 p.m. So what will happen? 5 p.m. में क्या होगा? 17:05 हो जाएगा. Let us try to run the code. See, 17:05 p.m. Okay, let's try to submit it now. Okay, so all the test cases passed. Yes, minutes and seconds we can print directly because it doesn't change from 12-hour or 24-hour. Okay. Is it, how many of you are clear with the logic? Logic से कितने लोग clear हुए हो? If the logic is clear, you will understand what I am doing. Okay. Okay. So nothing. We are not doing anything, right? We are just hour, minute or second पता कर लिया है पहले. Then what I am checking, if it is AM, then if hour is 12, then change it to 00. Otherwise, don't do anything. Else, if it is in PM, what I will check, if the hour is not 12, then you need to add 12 to it. Okay. So you convert the integer string to an integer via parseInt, add 12. Okay. Then convert the integer back into string. Okay. And if hour is not 12, then there will be no changes. Okay. That's it. And anyways, we are not changing minutes and seconds anytime. Okay. String is immutable. Whenever you do any changes to the string, bhai, ho kya raha hai? A new string is created. You might get a feel that the contents of HR is changed. No, a new string is created and HR is pointing to this new string. Okay. Yeah, so it's a break for 5 minutes. Okay, we'll have a break for 5 minutes and then we'll approach the p-TICE question. Okay. Why not? भैया मैंने क्या बोला था कि अगर 12 नहीं है ना तभी you need to add 12. In PM, when I talk of 12 PM ना, there will not be any changes. So I am checking कि if HR is equal to 12, इसका not. कि boss, if it is not equal to 12 ना, then only you will do the changes. Okay. Okay. कितने लोगों को एटलीस्ट 70% क्लियर हुआ है ये क्वेश्चन व्हाट इज हैपनिंग एंड सी गाइस ऑल दीस थिंग्स राइट ऑल दीस थिंग्स why can't I use a double equal to? The first day when we were talking of strings, I told you if you try to compare two strings via double equal to na, it will compare the addresses and not the contents. So for comparing the contents of the string, you have to use a dot equal to. पहले दिन बताया था. Okay. For substring, I had told you the first day, if you are writing s dot substring, okay, and let's say you pass the index as x comma y, then it will give you the substring from index x till y minus 1. This upper range is exclusive. Okay. Can you convert string to long? Google कर लो यार, मैंने आज तक नहीं किया. Why taking input we haven't split string with colon? Why do we need to split it with colons? I don't want to split it. I have taken the string input as a whole, right? So I have this entire string as input. भाई मेरे पास ये पूरा string input है, right? And then I am just extracting the substrings because I know the indexes. Okay. See, if you don't want to use this predefined method, what will you do? You can iterate. You can just take the characters at index 0 and 1 and know what is the hour string. सब कर सकते हो. ठीक है. 28th line. 28th line क्या है? HR. See, what am I trying to do? See, let's say that we are talking about this thing. We are talking about 05 30 00 PM. This is my string, right? So first of all, I extract all these things. So what will be HR? My HR string is nothing but, एक बार मैं बता रहा हूँ इसका, ठीक है? Then we'll try to move further. एक बार debug करने का try करो guys, otherwise I'll. Yeah, it's a break. आप लोग break ले सकते हो. Those of you who are clear, you are free for a 5 minutes break. I'm just explaining people who are not clear. Okay, minute will be equal to 30. Okay. अरे यार ये लिखा ही नहीं जाता है इसको, पता नहीं for some strange reason. Just 1 second, guys. And second is equal to 11. Okay, you agree? यहाँ तक हुआ. अब मैं क्या चेक कर रहा हूँ? See, is the character at the 8th index A? No, it is a P. So I will enter inside the else block. Now I check. Is the content of the string 12? Extension download कर लो, क्या है? अच्छा मैं करता हूँ नहीं. मेरे को एक बार Discord पे send कर दो. I'll download it for the next class. Okay. Now, what I am checking is the contents of HR 12. देखो, HR dot equals 12. Is HR equal to 12? No, it is not. So this will give me a false, and not of false will be true. So the content is not 12. So what I will do, boss, 5 gets mapped to 17. See, do you agree? 5 will actually get mapped to 17. So you can't directly change 5 to 17. So what is the logic? First of all, you convert this string into an integer. How? Using the parseInt function. So this HR, this string will be converted to an integer, and that will be 5. Then what do? I add 12 to this time, this integer 5. So my time ka value will now become 17. And then when I use string dot value of time, it will convert the integer 17 into string 17. So I will get the string 17 and I will store it in HR. Okay. And now I will just, come outside and I will say 173000. Okay. Okay, guys. So I think I'll take a 3-minute break myself and drink some water. Okay. And then we'll continue. Okay. So we start again at 10 o'clock sharp. कितने लोगों को ये समझ में आया है या नहीं आया है? So guys, I have one request for people who are not clear. Okay. For people who are not clear, can you try to actually, figure out the logic? Code bhul jao. Try to figure out the logic first. Okay. And then try to look at this code, right? Then try to look at this code and see whether this code corresponds to the logic that I have talked about. Okay. Then try to understand it. And I will request 12:53:34 AM will be 00. देखो ना, AM है, string is 12, HR is 12, so it will change it to 00. Okay. Okay. And what I want to say is, for people who are clear with what is happening, okay, और जो लोग नहीं clear हो ना, please try to do a P2P learning also. Ask on Discord, and I will request everyone who are clear, please try to respond and help your peers also. Because see, when you try to listen it from your friends ना, sometimes it creates a different impact. So that is also something I will advise. ठीक है? भाई h not equal to 12 वैसे मत करो, कम क्या कर रहे हो इसमें तुम? If h dot char equal to a, if hr dot equals 12, I changed it to this. Answer is equal to this. Okay. So first of all, Mohit, you haven't added colons, right? Colons आपका missing है सबसे पहला, ठीक है? And the second thing is, else you first of all convert. Okay, you can. Acha, else maybe again you have converted the pass. Okay, if h not equal to 12, you do h plus equal to 12. Then you do hr is equal to string dot. Okay, the second part looks fine. Look at the first part and see. Okay. ठीक है, फर्स्ट पार्ट देखो, कोलन करो, सेम ही चीज है तुम्हारा भी चलेगा. ओके, cool. So I think I have lost my 2 minutes break over here, but let's come to the next question, right? Let's come to the next question. So this is the last question from strings. Okay, and then I'll try to take up a couple of questions from functions. हाँ, पहले मैंने स्ट्रिंग को इंटीजर में कन्वर्ट किया, 12 ऐड किया, एंड देन नए इंटीजर को वापस कन्वर्ट कर दिया स्ट्रिंग में. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, आई हैव कन्वर्टेड द स्ट्रिंग टू इंटीजर, added 12 to that integer, converted the new integer back into string. That was the process for a PM1. Okay. Now, cool guys. So let's come to the next question. It's also an interesting question. सब कर लिया, last question बचा है ptice. Okay. After this, we are done with all the questions from the portal. 2D arrays, we tried to, I think, take a couple of questions for sure. Okay. Let's read at this question, right? I'll have a water. Just try to read this question once. हाँ, Kamir, you can DM me on Discord. I'll check it. Okay. So let's try to read this question, right? We have 1 more hour today. So let's try to make the best use of that. Okay. देखो, I have tried to move very slowly and take every question in detail. Yeah, Anish, I'm trying to, tell you line by line only. I'm telling you the logic behind every line, right? Acha, what I was saying is, I think I've spent sufficient time on the questions. I want to do functions also today, a couple of questions on functions. But ठीक है, अभी strings खत्म करते ये question में. I think it will take 20, 25, 30 minutes. And then we can take up a couple of questions from functions. Okay. Yeah, what do you want? Should I take a couple of questions from functions and will you try to do this question yourself? Will you try this question yourself or should I try do it? Whatever you say, right? I wanted to take some on question functions also. If you can try it once on your own, you can try it. Otherwise, I'll ask the people in the doubt session to discuss it. See, the logic is very simple, right? You just have to, compute the score of multiple people and do it. Okay, chalo yaar kar lete, sab bol rahe do it. So, okay, let's do it. Okay. So first of all, let's read the question, right? So Adrian, Bruno, and Goran wanted to join the bird lovers club, right? However, they did not know that all applicants must pass an entrance exam. Okay? The exam consists of n questions, each with 3 possible answers, A, B, and C. So basically, they are appearing for an MCQ test, and every question has 3 possible options, A, B, and C, and one of them will be correct, right? So unfortunately, they couldn't tell a bird from a whale. That is, they don't know anything. Why? So when they are trying to, they are just guessing the answers, right? So Jai Mata Di tick, Jai Mata Di tick. Inka ye situation hai. They don't know anything and they are just randomly guessing answers, right? So each of these 3 boys has a theory of what set of answers will work the best. Now, if you don't know anything in exam, intuition आता है ना कि सब में B कर देते हैं, कुछ ना कुछ तो सही होगा. ABC, ABC, ABC ये pattern follow करते हैं, कुछ तो hit होगा, right? So everyone, Adrian, Bruno, and Goran, they have their own patterns. Adrian claims that the best sequence is A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. So Adrian will tick A, then B, then C, then A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. Okay. Now, Bruno is convinced that boss, the pattern will be B, A, B, C, B, A, B, C, B, A, B, C. So Bruno is ticking questions like this. And Goran laughs at them and says, no, that is wrong. How the answer will be? C, C, A, A, B, B. Again, C, C, A, A, B, B. Right? Hindi mein, okay guys, I'll try to take this, right? Okay, so everyone has their own patterns that they are following. Okay, so write a program that, given the correct answers to the exam, determines who of the 3 was right. Okay, who of the 3 was right to sequence contains the most answers. Okay, so the first line basically contains an integer n, which is the number of questions in the exam. The second line consists of a string n, A, B, C, consisting of the letters A, B, C. These are in order the correct answers to the question in the exam. No doubt class today. Okay. And you will have to tell me what is the maximum score that any person can obtain and the name of the people who are obtaining the maximum score. Let me take an example. No doubt session today, guys. No doubt class today. Okay. No doubt class today. Okay. So I'll request everyone कि थोड़ा patience आप लोग का भी test हो रहा है, but I'll request everyone to stay till 11 because we'll try to solve this question and try to take at least 1 question from function. That is what I aim. Now let's see how much we can do. Okay. So what it is telling, the sample input 1 is 5. That means there are 5 questions. Okay. There are 5 questions in the exam. Okay. And what is the correct answer? The first question has correct answer as B. The second question has correct answer as A. Third question correct answer as A. Fourth question is correct answer as C. And fifth question is correct answer as C. So do you understand the input? The first will be an integer, which will tell me how many questions are there in the test. Okay. And the second will be a string, which will tell me what is the correct answer. Okay. B, A, A, C, C. Okay. So the first question is correct answer as B. The second question is correct answer as A. This is the answer key. Think of it. This is the answer key. Okay. अब मेरे को बताना है boss, the correct answer is this. Who will score the maximum marks? What is the maximum marks that anyone can score and who all are scoring that maximum marks? Okay. So can anybody tell me, boss, कहाँ गया पैटर्न, कहाँ गया उन लोग का? लेट्स गो टू द पैटर्न. Divya, let's solve this question. I am afraid if we give a break at this point of time, we will lose the flow and we'll not be able to complete this then. Okay. So let's at least solve this right first. Okay. So now can anybody tell me, this is the answer key, right? This is the answer key. Okay. How many marks Adrian will obtain? How many? Adrian क्या pattern follow करता है? A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. This is the pattern that Adrian is following. Okay. So can anybody tell me, logically, think of it very logically, the pattern that Adrian follows, if let's say there are 70 questions in the exam, can you tell me what option will he tick for the 68th question? ऐसे एक ऐसे logically पूछ रहा हूँ तुम लोग से. What option will Adrian tick for the 68th question? Can you tell me? Anybody? क्या लॉजिक लगाना पड़ेगा इसके लिए मेरे को टू नो? सी एबीसी चल रहा है. ओके. So every 3 questions use A, B, C, A, B, C. Okay. So 3 ka multiples, right? So 60, 63, 66. So the 66th question he will mark as C. Okay. So 67th question he will mark as A. 68th question he will again mark as B. So do you agree the 68th question Adrian marks as B? भाई ये पैटर्न कोई मैं आगे वो कर रहा हूँ. Okay. So first question he will mark as A. Second question marks as B. Third question he marks as C. Fourth question he marks as A. Fifth question he marks as B. Sixth question he marks as C. Similarly, you will see the 68th question will be marked as B by Adrian following this pattern. Right. So, अब देखो, how many questions are there in the test? 5 questions. So for the first question, Adrian marks option A. Will he get points? No, because the answer is B. For the second question, he marks B. Will he get points? No, because the answer is A. For the third question, he marks the answer as C. Will he get points? No. For the fourth question, he marks answer as A. Will he get points? No. For the fifth question, he marks the answer as B. Will he get points? No. So in this test, Adrian gets 0 marks. Do you all agree? Do you all agree? Adrian तो गया, इसका bird watching का सपना गया, right? He lost it out. Now, Adrian has scored 0. Now can you tell me how much Bruno will score? Bruno क्या करता है? First question he marks as B. Oh, match. Okay. So 1 marks obtained. The second question, see what is the pattern that Bruno follows? B, A, B, C. Achha guys, can you tell me what is, if there are 100 questions in the test, okay, what will he mark for the 100th question? ऐसे ही general पूछ रहा हूँ. If there are 100 questions in the test, what option will Bruno mark for the 100th question? See, I think all of you are getting this, right? अरे भाई, every 4th question he is marking as C. So 100th question also he will mark as C only ना? सोच के देखो. 1, 2, 3, 4. All multiples of 4 are being marked as C. So 100 is a multiple of 4, right? So he will mark it as C only. Okay, come back to this question. So the first question he marks as B and it is correct. So he obtains 1 point. The second question he marks as A. This matches with the answer key. So again he gets a point. The third question he again guesses it to be B. This time no luck, no problem. Fourth question he marks as C. Again it matches. So 3 points. Okay. The fifth question he will again mark as B and the answer is C. So can I say, boss, Bruno has scored 3 points in the test? Can I say Bruno has scored 3 points in the test? Do you all agree? Bruno has scored 3 points in the test. Now let us talk of Gorian. What does Gorian do? Gorian, what pattern he follows? C, C, A, A. Okay. So see guys, for the first 6 questions he marks this. Then another set of 6 questions he will base C, C, A, A, B, B. So if I ask you, what does, Goran actually mark for the 35th question? Can you tell me? For the 35th question, what option will he pick up? B. Correct. I think you are getting this idea, right? कैसे मैं guess कर रहा हूँ. Cool. So let's come back to this. There are 5 questions. There are 5 questions. B, A, A, C, C. What does, Goran mark for the first question? C. Is it correct? No. Second question, he again marks at C. Doesn't get any points. Third question, he marks at A. Yes, he will get 1 point. The fourth question, he marks at A. Will he get any point? No. The fifth question, he marks as B. Will he get any point? No. So Goran obtains a point of 1. Now, what is the question saying? The question is saying, tell me what is the maximum marks that the pupils can obtain. So what is the maximum marks that you see here? 3. So the first line of output will tell you what is the maximum marks that someone has scored in the test. Then you will have to print alphabetically who has scored this maximum mark. So has Adrian scored 3 points? No. Has Boran scored this 3 points? No. Has Boran scored sorry. Has Bruno scored 3 points? Yes. So I will print the name of Bruno because Bruno has scored 3 points. Has Goran scored 3 points? No. So my output will be 3 and then Bruno. Is this making sense, guys? I'll clean it up, don't worry. Is the question making sense to everyone? अच्छा, तो मेरे को एक चीज बताओ guys, there can be happen more than 2 people can also get the same mark. See, there can be a case where Adrian using his pattern gets 5 points. Okay. Bruno using his pattern gets 4 points. Goran using his pattern gets again 5 points. मान लो ऐसा कोई situation हुआ. So what should be my output? My first line of output will be the maximum score that can be obtained by anyone, which is 5 points. Okay. And who all are obtaining the 5 points? Adrian and Goran. So I will have to print the name of the students in alphabetical order who are obtaining the maximum mark. So first of all, I check alphabetically Adrian. Is Adrian getting maximum marks? Yes, print his name. Is Bruno getting maximum marks? No, skip him. Is Goran getting maximum mark? Yes, print it. So the output will be 5 Adrian and Goran. Is the question clear to everyone? First of all, it's important to understand the question, right? Question सबको समझ आ रहा है? Yes? Okay. Now, let us try to understand, right? Let us try to understand. So what I will do is, let's try to code it only. That will be more clear, right? भाई क्वेश्चन ये दिया है कि आपको टेस्ट में कुछ नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस है, ठीक है, और तुमको पता है किसका आंसर क्या है. पहला क्वेश्चन का आंसर है बी, सेकंड क्वेश्चन का आंसर है ए, थर्ड क्वेश्चन का आंसर है. बेसिकली आंसर की मेरे को पता है, ठीक है, और मेरे को पता है कि एड्रियन ऐसे मारेगा अटेम्प्ट्स एबीसी 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 ऐसे टिक करेगा. ब्रूनो कैसे करेगा? बी एबीसी बी एबीसी बी एबीसी बी एबीसी. ओके, ग्रुप ऑफ 4 में. गोरान कैसे करेगा? सी सी ए बी बी सी सी ए बी बी सी सी ए बी बी. तो मान लो अगर 10 क्वेश्चंस है टेस्ट में, ओके, इफ देयर आर 10 क्वेश्चंस, हाउ विल एड्रियन मार्क एबीसी 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 ए? डू यू अग्री? एड्रियन ऐसे मारेगा 10 क्वेश्चंस को. हाउ विल ब्रूनो अटेम्प्ट द 10 क्वेश्चंस? बी एबीसी बी एबीसी बी ए ऐसे करेगा. एंड हाउ विल गोरान अटेम्प्ट? सी सी ए बी बी, ओके, सी सी ए ऐसे करेगा. सो मेरे को पता है कौन कैसे तुक्का मारने वाला है, एंड आई नो द आंसर की. तो मेरे को पता करना है कि कौन कितना मार्क्स स्कोर कर रहा है. एवरी करेक्ट आंसर गिव्स यू 1 पॉइंट एंड नो नेगेटिव मार्किंग हियर, राइट? So first of all, I will see what is the maximum marks that is obtained by any of the students, and then I will list alphabetically कि किस किस को ये maximum marks मिला है in alphabetical order. Okay? Now, so let us try to solve this question. It will take 15-20 minutes. I think we'll be able to do only one question from functions today. So whatever question you will say, we will take that up. Okay? So let's try to do it. So first of all, let's make a scanner. I hope that the question is clear, right? It's very important that the question is clear, right? And what is my answer key? I am writing here like this, answer key. Answer key string le lete input. Okay. So now I know the answer key. Okay. Now, how many questions are there? There are n questions, which is the length of this answer key, right? Acha guys, what it is telling that maximum you will have 100 questions. At max, you will have 100 questions. Okay? So see, there can be multiple ways of approaching this question, right? How I am doing is, I am first of all generating the entire sequence for Adrian. How will Adrian actually, mark? I am generating the sequence for him, right? So let us say string Adrian. Okay? How will Adrian attempt? I am generating it, right? Can anybody tell me what should I do? Let's take the worst case that you have 100 questions, right? So what I will do? I will run this loop. How many times should I run the loop? Can anybody help me? Acha. Let's take it like this. Int n is equal to 100. I am assuming that I want to generate the pattern for all these people for 100 questions, because at max there can be 100 questions, right? So abhi mere ko bataoge guys, what should I do? I want to add ABC. What is the pattern for Adrian? ABC, ABC, ABC. So can anybody tell me how many times I should add ABC? 33 times? Do you agree? 33 times I have to add ABC and then I will have to add a A. Do you agree that is the pattern for Adrian? So can I say for int I is equal to 0, for Adrian I am doing, right? For int I equal to 0, I less than how many times? N by 3, N by 3. Okay. So 33 times my loop will run. How 33? By I want to get, determine the pattern for Adrian for 100 questions, right? And what he is doing, he is marking options as A, B, C, A, B, C. So if I add this A, B, C 33 times, I know that what all answers he is giving for 99 questions. Okay. This ABC will come 33 times and then you will have an A at the end. This is the entire pattern for Adrian. Are you getting my point? So 33 times you will add ABC and then one time you will add A. Are you getting this point, what I'm trying to say? So what I will do, I run this loop for 33 times. Okay. No, you are not understanding. Okay. Let me try to repeat it. Bhaiya dekho, agar 100 question hai, let's assume that you have 100 questions in the test. So how does Adrian answer A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C? How many times this will continue? This will continue 33 times. 33 times this pattern will happen. Okay. So you will get the answers for the 99 questions. And then the 100 question you will mark as A. समझ आ रहा है ये बात? 100th question he will mark as A. And this ABC will occur 33 times. Okay. So for 99 questions. So what I am telling is N by 3. See, the group, देखो ना, Adrian is answering in groups of 3, ABC, ABC, ABC. So I will add ABC to the string Adrian. How many times? N by 3 times. Okay. So 33 times I will add ABC. Okay. I want to run this loop for 33 times, right? So I starts from 0, I less than 33. So I will take values from 0 up till 32. So this loop will run for 33 times. And what do I do? इसको ना थोड़ा meaningful name देते हैं, Adrian answer. Okay. I will add to Adrian answer what? A, B, C. Okay. Do you agree, guys? For 99 questions, you have determined what Adrian is answering. Yes? Do you agree? Okay. Now, for the remaining questions, how many questions are remaining, guys? Can I tell you? N modulo 3. This many number of questions are remaining. Dekh lo. 100 modulo 3. One question is remaining. So for that one question, what he will do? What he will do? चलो अभी के लिए ना और काम को सिंपल कर देते हैं. Let's forget about this N and all these things, right? I will just run this loop for 33 times and I will add ABC. And then what I will do? Adrian answer plus equal to A. So now tell me, guys, the length of the string Adrian answer is 100. Okay. So I know what I know. For question number 1, question number 2, question number 89, question number 92, what answer Adrian will be marking. Is everyone understanding this part? Adrian ka answering pattern has been generated. Now what do I want to do? Now I want to do the same for Bruno and Goran. Can you guys help me with that? Can you guys help me with that? Can you guys help me with Bruno? Bruno answer. How will Bruno answer? Can you help me? Can anybody help me? See, Bruno is answering in blocks of 4. B, A, B, C, B, A, B, C, B, A, B, C. So what I will have to do? I will have to add B, A, B, C 25 times. That's it. So let's do it. For int I is equal to 0, I less than 25. And see, guys, when I write I equal to 0, I less than 25, right? This loop will run for 25 times because I will take values from 0 till 24. So 25 different values I will take. Or alternately, you can do like this also. For int I equal to 1, I less than equal to 25. That is also fine. Okay. This also ensures that the loop will run for 25 times, whatever you are more comfortable in. Okay. So this loop run for 25 times. And what I will do? To Bruno answer, I will just add his pattern of BABC. Okay. So now the answering pattern of Bruno has also been generated. Okay. भाई मैं ना आंसर पैटर्न जनरेट कर रहा हूं. I am generating the answer pattern. See, what did I tell you? Adrian answers like this: ABC, 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 ABC. तो मानो मेरे टेस्ट में 100 क्वेश्चंस है, So what he will do? I want to generate a string. He boss, for the first question, he answers as A. For the 99th question, he answers as C. For the 100th question, he answers as A. Okay. So what I am doing, I am adding ABC 33 times. Okay. So when I add ABC 33 times, what will happen? I know what answer Adrian is giving for the 99 questions. And at the end, I add an A because for the 100th question, he will give the answer as A. Okay. Okay. Similarly for Bruno, Bruno का answering pattern क्या है? BABC, BABC, BABC. So what I will do? I am adding. See, at max there can be 100 questions, right? So I am adding BABC 25 number of times. Okay. So this will generate a string of Bruno answer of length 100, and that will help me to understand what answer Bruno will be taking for a given question. Okay. Now, can you help me with the pattern for Goran? Can anybody help me with the pattern for Goran? Goran answer. 6 का block में वो कर रहा है. So 100 by 6 times I will have to add CCAABB and then the remaining things, right? So what I will do for it? What is 100 by 6? What is 100 by 6? Can anybody help me? 16 times. I should run the loop 16 times. कर लेते हैं. For int I equal to 0, I less than 16, I plus plus. Okay. See, I am hard coding. You can try it without hard coding also. Okay. So what I'm trying to do, Goran answer plus equal to CCAABB. So now I know the answer of 96 questions. Okay. Now I know the answer of 96 questions that Goran is giving. Okay. For the remaining 4 questions, what should I add? Anybody? Is it making sense? कितने लोगों को समझ में आ रहा है what I'm trying to do? Now I know that if there are 100 questions in the test, what will Adrian answer for every question? What will Bruno answer for every question? And what will Goran answer for every question? Okay, I have their patterns. अब मेरे को determine करना है what is the points? What is the points, right? So what I will do? Let us make 3 variables. Where are we getting 33 and 25 from? See, where are we getting this? Try to understand. Adrian is answering ABC, ABC, ABC. तो अगर मैं 33 times ABC add करता हूं, तो लेंथ स्ट्रिंग का लेंथ क्या हो जाएगा? 99 कैरेक्टर्स आ जाएंगे ना. Every time you are adding 3 characters, so 33 into 3 is 99. So 99 का आंसर मिल गया for the first 99 question, and the 100th question he will answer as A. Okay. We don't know there are 100 questions. Agreed, guys. We don't know. But at the worst case, you can have 100 questions. Na? So I have generated patterns for 100 questions only. If you don't want to generate patterns for 100 questions, you can actually generate pattern for the same, मतलब जितना question है उसके लिए भी कर सकते हो. Okay. हाँ. Okay. So that is also fine, right? See, I think I got a very good point in the chat. You can also do simply for 34 times. That is also fine. है ना? भाई क्वेश्चन 100 है ना. अगर मैं इसको 34 कर दूं तो कोई प्रॉब्लम थोड़ी है. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? That is also a good suggestion. That's nice. Okay. See what Vibhuti has just pointed out. He boss, instead of making things complex, just do 34 times. So if you add ABC 34 times, what is the length of the string that you generate? 34 into 3, that is कितना हुआ? 102. So if there are 102 questions, I know the pattern. Okay, 100 question है तो 100 तक ही देखेंगे हम लोग, है ना? No problem. But you can do like this also. Now what I want to do, I want to calculate the number of, how to assume it is given in the question. Na? It is given. Now, first of all, it is given n is up to 100, right? So देखो भैया, question बता रहा है user कि there are 5 questions. But I know ना, if there are 100 questions, what is the answering pattern? तो मैं pattern एक बार बना ले रहा हूँ पूरा 100 के लिए. I will use that till 5 only. That is not a problem. Okay. Okay. Now, let us try to understand score of Adrian, initialize it with 0. Score of Bruno, initialize it with 0. Score of Goran, initialize it with 0. Okay? Yes, you can take a pattern for n also. Socho, try to think. You will be able to think up, right? If you have that n as input, right, you have the length. Let's say n is nothing but answer key dot length. Then n by 3, n by 4, n by 6. That will be the blocks, okay? And n percentage 3, n percentage 4. That will be the remaining questions, okay? You will be able to figure it out. Try to think, otherwise I'll tell later, okay? So now the scores I have initialized it with 0. Now what do? I iterate over the answer key. अब देखो यहाँ पे आएगा interesting part. I iterate over the answer key. How many questions are there? Answer key dot length. These many number of questions are there. I iterate over the answer key string. And what will I check? I check. What is the answer for the ith question? Can you help me? What is the answer for the ith question? What is the answer for the ith question? Can I say answer key dot char at I? This is the answer for the ith question. Do you agree? This is the correct answer for the ith question. Okay. Now, what will Bruno be ticking for the ith question? What is Adrian ticking? Adrian will be ticking what? Adrian answer, okay, dot char at I. Do you agree? Go to the ith index of Adrian answer. You will figure out what is Adrian ticking for the ith question. And if this matches with the answer key, then what do? Is this making sense what I'm writing? I can do an A++. See, I am checking, boss, for the ith question, what is the option that Adrian ticks? You will get it from the pattern of Adrian. Okay. And what is the correct answer? You will have to look the answer key. Okay. And if those are matching, then what will happen? Just increase the score of Adrian. Now, similarly, you will have to check for Bruno also. Now, I got a code in chat, right? Else if. Can I use an else if here to check for Bruno? Should I use an else if or should I use another if? सोच के बताओ. If guys, if you use an else if ना, तो तुम पता है क्या बोल रहे हो कि either Adrian will get correct or Bruno will get correct or Goran will get correct. They can never get correct together. But भाई ऐसा हो सकता है ना कि दो जन एक क्वेश्चन का सही आंसर दे. So just have another if. Don't have else ifs. If. What is Bruno answering? Bruno answer dot char at I. So Bruno is answering this for the ith question. And we can use a double equals because we are comparing characters, which are primitive data types. Okay. So Bruno ne answer ye diya hai. And what is the correct answer? Answer key dot char at I. So if Bruno gives the correct answer, what I will do? I will do a B++. Okay. Similarly, I will check for Goran also. If Goran answer dot char at I, what is the answer that Goran is giving for the ith question? If this matches with the answer key, what will I do? If this matches with the answer key, what do? I will do a G++. Goran ka score बढ़ा दिया. Now guys, tell me, after this for loop ends, have I inspected the answer key fully? Have I inspected? Are we going to take marks out of 100? No, not out of 100, right? मान लो 10 question है ना, so these marks are out of 10 only, right? Now tell me guys, do you agree that outside this for loop, I know the score of Adrian, Bruno and Goran in the test? मेरे को पता है how much Adrian has scored, how much Bruno has scored, how much Goran has scored. Now what is the first thing that I need to do? I need to find the maximum out of these three scores. Okay. And in order to understand max, there is a function math.max. Okay. So we will learn a function math.max. How does it work? It is inside the math package. Okay. And the function name is max. So if you give it two variables, a comma b, it will give you the value of the greater variable. So math.max of 5, 4 will give me 5. Okay. So math.max takes two variables and it will give the maximum out of the two variables. Okay. Now, so I want to find the maximum of A, B, and G. So what I will do? I do something like this. Int answer. What is the maximum score? देखो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ. Math.max. First of all, find the maximum out of Adrian and Bruno. Okay, you will get a maximum out of these two. Then what I will do is again take a maximum with G. Whatever you are comfortable with, right? You can do. So math.max of A, B, G. So अब क्या हो रहा है देखो. First of all, I get the maximum of A and B. Then I will take, देखो मान लो A and B से maximum is B. Then you will take the maximum of B and G. So ultimately, this expression will help you in finding the maximum of A, B, and G. Is it making sense, guys? See, first of all, this will give you the maximum of A and B, and then you will use that maximum to check with the maximum with G. So मान लो the value of A is 1, the value of B is 2, then math.max of A comma B will give you 1. Then you will see 1 comma G, and let's assume that G is 5. So maximum of 1 comma G will be 5. So it will give you the maximum of A, B, and G. Okay. Now, what is the first line of output? The first line of output should be the maximum score. So print kar dete hain. Print the maximum score. Right? Now what I want to do, if it is equal, right, then it will give you the equal only. Math.max of 5 comma 5 will be 5 only. Okay. Now I have printed the maximum marks obtained. Now I want to print in alphabetical order who all have got this maximum mark. So what I will do, I will check. First of all, let us check if A equal to answer, right? If Adrian has obtained the maximum answer, then what I will do, I will print his name. See, why am I first checking for Adrian? Can anybody help me? Why am I first checking for Adrian? Because I want to print the names in alphabetical order. Then I again check if B equal to answer. Okay. Then what do? Bruno has also obtained the maximum mark. So let us print out the name of Bruno. Okay. Then I will check for Goran. If the score obtained by Goran is equal to the maximum answer, okay, then I will print the name of Goran also. Okay. So all the names will get printed in alphabetical order, whoever have obtained the maximum score. Okay. If our n is 101, then how will the logic work for Bruno? You are correct, right? It will not work. It is given now that n is only up till 100. That is why. No, here you cannot use an elpid. Aditya, try to understand. Again, ऐसा हो सकता है कि एड्रियान ने 5 पॉइंट स्कोर किया, ब्रूनो ने 5 पॉइंट स्कोर किया, and Goran scored 3 points. So 2 people can have the same highest mark, right? So definitely you will have to check individually. If you use ELSIF, then again you are printing just one name, right? But more than one people can also get the maximum marks, right? Now let's go to the. Okay. See, I have done for the worst case. See, I have gotten the sequence for 100 questions also, right? But now you will tell me if there are only 20 questions, then what? Then we are inspecting just the pattern for the first 20 questions only. Okay. समझने का try करो guys. If you will try to understand, you will definitely submit करके देखते हैं ये क्या हो गया इसको. How do I get back to my previous old screen? Yeah. Okay, so 5 on 5 test cases failed. Okay, let us try to see where we have gone wrong. Okay, सारे test case हो गए fail. ठीक है, पहले अपने एक बार logic देखते हैं फिर से. Take an input, take an answer key, Adrian answer. Okay, 33 times you are running this loop, no problem. ABC, then you add A, that is not a problem. String Bruno answer is equal to this. 25 times you run this loop, B, A, B, C, that is fine. Let's try to see it. CCA, that is also fine. I think we are missing some semicolon or something. Yeah? No? Okay. Let us try to understand. Input N. Okay. Was N also given as input? Okay, N is also given as input, right? So, okay, we have to take that. Sorry. Okay. Now let's try to submit it. Hey, line number 32 doesn't have any problem, right? Name change हुआ है, Adrian answer. Okay, sorry. Okay, so all the test cases passed. So is everyone clear with this question? Yes? Okay, great. And guys, you can try to think up for the n wala logic also. That is also simple, right? So if you want to generate the pattern till size n only, मैं code दे दूंगा, मैं share कर दूंगा, ठीक है? If you want to get the size till n only, then you know that the block will be n by 3, n by 4, n by 6, and the remaining characters will be n modulo में करके, right? So, अच्छा guys, can you try? See, what have I done? I have generated the pattern for size 100. I have generated the pattern for size 100. Can you try generating patterns only till length L? ये तुम लोग का homework रहेगा एक बार. Can you try generating pattern only till length L? Have you got my question? I have generated the patterns of size 100, right? But now I'm asking you, can you try to generate patterns only till length L? Okay. And see, even if you generate patterns for larger values, na, that is not a problem. If I generate patterns for 200 or 100, that is not a problem. ठीक है. मेरे को पता है, मैंने future prediction कर दिया है कि if there are 100 questions, what will be the pattern? But if there are only 5 questions in the test, using that pattern of length 100, I still know what will be the answers that Adrian, Bruno, and Goran will be taking for the first 5 questions. Okay? Cool. Okay, guys. So yeah, I'll paste the code in the chat. चलो chat पे ले लेते हैं. Sorry, what happened? One sec. कितने लोगों को ये 50% समझ में आया ये question? See, this question is a little bit, I would say, not very beginner friendly. I can't paste it in the chat, but yeah, it's an interesting question, and you will understand if you actually try to spend some more time yourself also. ठीक है? ऐसा नहीं होगा हर बार लेक्चर में एक बार में नहीं समझ आता है कभी कभी, but yeah, if you try to spend some time, you will definitely understand, right? And this is the simple way of doing. Just make the patterns for length 100 only. Okay? ठीक है. So I am seeing that many people have understood. So please try to help your peers also and help them understand what we are trying to do. ठीक है? Line number 25 नहीं समझ में आया. It is 21 and 25. 25 is nothing. That is you are generating the pattern, right? I know that Bruno will be, ticking answers like BABC, BABC, BABC. So I add BABC 25 number of times, and that will give me the string of length 100. So I know that for the first question, see, how will the string Bruno answer look like? The string Bruno answer will look something like this. Okay, it will look something like this. BABC, 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 like this 25 times. So I will know that if I am in the 5th question, what is Bruno ticking for that? Okay. Cool, guys. I think I'll 44 क्या है? 44 is nothing, man. You are trying to find the maximum out of the 3 marks, okay? And then you are trying to print the maximum. Dry run one. चलो यार ठीक है कर देते. I don't want to rush through 2 functions and make sure that everyone is clear with this, right? Let us take a dry run. Kamber, I am unable to paste in the chat. The code is long. Okay. I'll paste it in the document, right? Try karo, Bibhuti, try. Okay. Do a try once, you will understand. Okay. Let us try to do a dry run. Okay. So for my dry run, what I am trying to see is, let us go back. Let's take this. Okay. BAACC. So what is my answer key? My answer key is of length 5, BAABC. Okay. What am I doing? I am first of all generating the pattern for Adrian. And what is the pattern for Adrian? The pattern for Adrian will be 33 times ABC will be added. Okay. 33 times ABC will be added. This is added 33 times. Okay. So that makes it a string of length 99. And at the end, you will have an A. Okay. Yahan tak clear hai sabko? This is the pattern. Now, for Bruno, how do I generate the Bruno pattern? If you have 100 questions, I will add BABC 25 times. So it will generate a string of length 100. And that will be the answering pattern for Bruno. Okay. And now. So then I will generate the pattern for Goran. How? I will add 16 times CCAABB. So CCAABB. This block will get added 16 times. So this gives me a string of length 96. I know what he will be answering for the 96 questions. And then I add CCAA at the end. Okay. So I know that what he will be answering for the different questions. I know for Goran also. याद तक सबको समझ आया है क्या? Okay. I have generated strings of length 100, which will tell me in line number 2. No. It won't be CCAABB because there are only 4 questions remaining, right? So he will answer C for 97, 98, 99, 100. Okay. So you have generated strings of length 100, which will help you in determining what options they are taking. Right? अब मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ देखो. Now I iterate through the answer key. I come to index number 0. So this is the question number 0. What is the correct answer? 0. Okay. Sorry, B. Okay. So I will first of all, I check. Let me scroll down a little bit. I iterate through the answer key. Okay. I check. What is the answer to the 0th question? This answer dot caret I. This is B. I first of all check. Ki boss, I will go and check at index 0 of Adrian pattern. What is the option he ticks for question number 0? A. Is this 2 matching? No, it is not matching. No problem. Then let us see what does, Bruno tick for question number 0. Bruno ticks. I will go to index number 0 for on Bruno pattern. I see that the character is B and this matches with the answer key. Okay. So I will increase the score of Bruno. Because Bruno gets the first question correct. Okay. Question number 0 has been scored correctly by Bruno. So I increase his marks by 1. Okay. Then what happens? I check. Let us look at Goran. What does Goran give answer for question number 0? C. Okay. What is the correct answer? B. Are they 2 matching? No, they are not matching. So I don't do anything. So after the first question, Adrian has a score of 0, Bruno has a score of 1, and Goran has a score of 0. Then I move to the second question. I move to question with index number 1. The second question has a correct answer of A. What is Adrian answering? Look at index number 1 of Adrian pattern. He answers B. So he is not correct. Look at Bruno. He answers A. He is correct. So I will increase the score of Bruno. Then go to Goran. He is answering C. Is he correct? No. Don't do anything. Then I come to the third question. Index number 2. The correct answer is A. What does Adrian answer? C. Doesn't match. What does Bruno answer? B. Doesn't match. What does Goran answer? A. Matches. So I will do a G++. Okay. Now, I come to the fourth question. Okay. Index number 3. The correct answer is B. What does Adrian answer? Come to index number 3. A. Doesn't match. What does Bruno answer? Come to index number 3. C. It doesn't match. Right. Are you getting what we are trying to do? And what does Goran answer? A. Is it matching? No. So nobody has got this question right. Okay. Then I come to the last question. This is question with index number 4. The correct answer is C. What does Adrian answer? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. B. Doesn't answer. Okay. What does Bruno answer? B. Doesn't match. What does Goran answer? B. Doesn't match. So at the end, we see that when I come and see, now there are no more questions. Okay. So I have used till index 4 only of the patterns of Adrian, Bruno, and Goran. And I know that Adrian has scored 0, Bruno has scored 2, Goran has scored 1. Then what do? I find the maximum of these 3 and my answer will contain 2. So I print that the maximum score is 2. Then what do I check? I start checking. Is A equal to 2? No, that means Adrian hasn't got the maximum score. Is B equal to 2? Yes, that means Bruno has got the maximum score. So I print Bruno. Okay. Is G equal to 2? No, that means Goran has not got the maximum score. Is it making sense? Input दीजिए, ले लो input यार. Sir, you took user input n. So for loop, it should be generalized like n by 3, n by 4, n by 6. How your code is correct? Okay, Nilesh, you are correct that my code should be considering n. But what I am telling is, see, worst case, what can be the value of n? It is given in the question that the worst case value will be 100. So I have generated patterns of length 100. अगर 10 question भी हुआ तो मैं pattern में से पहले 10 का ही answer देखूंगा. Are you getting? It is never, bad to generate patterns till length 100, right? It is sufficient that you generate patterns till length n. But if you are generating patterns till length 1000 or 10,000 also, that is not a problem. Ultimately, you will be using the patterns till, let's say, the first 10 questions or the first n questions, right? Are you getting the point? Percentage wala sochna ek baar, right? Percentage wala sochna. Think, you will get it. Okay? Is everyone clear with this logic? क्या ये logic सबको समझ आया? Is everyone clear with this logic? Yes? Yes, you can use a character array. Good, I was looking for that. For percentage, you have to use a character array. सोचना थोड़ा सा. Try to think yourself. You will try to understand. Okay? Let's move to the next question. So with this, guys, I think we have solved all the questions in the string module. इसके बाद, if you have any further questions, you can ping me on Discord from the strings module. I can try to answer it. I'll share all the codes on the document a little bit later. Okay. Now, let us try to take a question on functions also so that, So what question do you want me to take? Adarsh 112 is my Discord ID. Okay. Should we take first and last position of element in sorted array? ये कर लेते हैं, मीडियम में कर लेते हैं, चलो, pretty simple. Let me clean it up, right? Let me clean up the entire code. NCR भी करा दूंगा, चलो दोनों क्वेश्चन जल्दी जल्दी बताने का ट्राई करता हूँ थोड़ा, ठीक है. Let's try to solve 2 questions from functions. I don't know if you guys will be staying or not, but yeah, let's see in 14 minutes how much we can do, right? So what is the question telling? Boss, you are given an array of integers and you are given a number. What you have to tell is, you have to tell the position of first occurrence of the number and the last occurrence. So let us take an input example. 6, 8. Boss, my array is of length 6. See, what is the first line contains 2 integers n, which is the number of elements in the array, and the target is 8. So I want to find the index of the first occurrence and last occurrence of 8. So what is the index of the first occurrence? Index number 3. Do you agree? Where is 8 occurring for the first time? Index number 3. And where is 8 occurring for the last time? Last position kya 8 ka? Index number 4. Okay. Similarly, let's take this example. 6. I am searching for 6. Is 6 present in the array? No. So you will be printing -1, -1. That is, the first occurrence is also at index number -1 and the last occurrence is also at -1. That is, it is never present only. Is the question making sense to everyone? Forget this line -1 log n wala. What we have to do, given an array of integers num s sorted in non-decreasing order, find the starting first position and last position of a given target value. Okay. Why 2 times -1? The first -1 is the starting index and this is the ending index. See, I need to print, explain the output section. See, output is very simple, right? See, what is the question saying? Input we are getting 6. That is the length of the array 6. And I have to search for 8. Okay. So what is the first occurrence of 8? Where is 8 occurring for the first time? 8 is occurring at index number 3 for the first time. So the first occurrence of 8 is at index 3. Where is the last occurrence of 8? Last occurrence of 8 is at index 4. So I will output 3 and 4. Because the first occurrence of target is 3 and the last occurrence is at 4. If there is only one occurrence, then the first and the last index will be the same. Okay. And if the target is not present, I will be printing -1, -1. Is it making sense? Yes, you can solve it via binary search, but we'll not do it at this point of time. Okay. And if the target is not found, print -1, -1. Is the question clear to everyone? पहले question clear करते हैं, फिर आते हैं approach पे. Okay. Question is clear. You have been given an array of integers and you have been given a target. You have to print the index of the first occurrence and the last occurrence of target. And if the target is not present, you will print -1, -1. As simple as that. Okay. Now, so let us try to, solve this via functions. Okay. So first of all, let me write a function. Let me write a function. Okay. Let me write a function. Okay. So public static write function. See, you can try to write it above main if you want. I'll write it below. That's both are fine, right? So public static, मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? Let me write a function which will give me the index of the first occurrence of target. So what should be the return type? I want to write a function that will return to me the index of the first occurrence of target. What should be the return type? Int. Okay. And let us call the function as first occur. So this will give me the index of the first occurrence of target. So what it should get as parameters? Can anybody help me? It should receive an array and the target for which it has to do the searching. So it will receive an array of integers. Let me call that array as ARR. Okay. And it will also get a number, which let me call it as a target. Okay. So now I will have to search for target in ARR and return the index of the first occurrence of target. Is the meaning of this function clear? I will search for the first occurrence of target in ARR and return the index of the first occurrence. So what do I do? In which direction should I start searching from? Should I start searching from the left or should I start searching from the backside of the array? From the left, from the starting, right? Because I am interested in the first occurrence. So let me start. For int I equal to 0, I less than ARR dot length, I plus plus. So I'm iterating over the array. And I see if ARR of I, if the current index that I am standing on, if it is equal to target, then I have found the occurrence of target. So I will simply return I. I will simply return I. So the first time, देखो, I am starting from index 0. The first time you see that ARR of I is equal to target, you will enter inside the if block and you will return the index of the occurrence of target. Okay. So if target is present, this function will return the index of the first occurrence. Do you agree? If you find the target now, then this will return the index of the first occurrence of target. Okay. Now, if I come outside the while loop at line number, sorry, if I come outside the for loop at line number 19, can you tell me one thing? Boss, target is not present in the array. Because if target would have been present in the array now, you would have entered inside the if block and you would have returned I and the function would have terminated. If you are coming outside the for loop, that means target is not present in the array. So what should I return? I will return the index as -1, indicating that it is not present. The first occurrence is at -1. Is everyone clear with the function first occur? How many of you are clear with the first occur function? Pretty simple. Now on similar lines, can you code up the last occur function for me? Can you code up the last occur function for me? Very simple. Let's first make some functions only. Can you help me with the last occur function? This will give you the last occurrence, index of last occurrence of target, and -1 if it doesn't occur. So again, it will receive an array. Let's call it ARR. And again, it will get a target. Now what do you have to do? For finding the last occurrence, I will iterate the array from the back side. मैं back side से iterate करूंगा. ठीक है? तो मैं क्या करता हूँ? For int I is equal to ARR dot length -1. So I am started from the last index of the array and I will come from back till index number 0. Okay. And I will check if ARR of I equal to target. I am starting from the back, right? So the first time you see that ARR of I is equal to target, that is the last occurrence of target. Okay. That is the last occurrence of target. So what should I do? I will simply return I. Why back? Sunil, we are, traversing from the back because I want to get the last occurrence. Okay. Try to think of it like this. If you have an array like this, 1, 5, 8, 8, 8, 9. Okay. So I start iterating from the back. Is this 8? No. Is this 8? Yes. So I will return this index. What is this index? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is the last occurrence of 8. अगर पीछे से देखोगे ना, so the first time you see target, na, that will be the last occurrence of target. Yes, first and last occurrence can be same. Okay. Why can't we do this in a single function? You can do this in a single function, but I think making two separate functions is more neater. Okay. Now, if I come outside the for loop, what do I know? That there is no occurrence of target. So what I will do? Return -1. If there is only one occurrence, now the first and the last index will be the same. Okay. So is everyone clear with the last occur function? Yes. Does everyone agree that the first occurrence will give you the first occurrence index? We can do I plus 1. See, this time I just have to return the indexes. See, if you look at the output now, it is talking of index only. So don't do I plus 1. Okay. Time complexity log n module 2. Module 1 time complexity n. Okay. Module 1 we will do in time complexity n. Log n will come with binary search that we have not discussed. Okay. Anyways, forget about those stuff. Why return -1? Because if the element is not present in the array, I want to return -1. That is given in the question, right? कि अगर array element नहीं present है, then print -1, something like this. Okay. Is everyone clear with these two basic functions? Very important. Okay. सिंगल फंक्शन ट्राई करना गाइस, एक एरे बना के रिटर्न कर सकते हो, ऐसा भी कर सकते हो. ठीक है. You can do it in different formats, right? Anything that is comfortable. Okay. Now, what do I do in the main method? Let's make a scanner. Correct, Rahul. If there is no first occurrence of target, automatically it is -1. Correct. That is also fine. New scanner. Parameter. See, you are getting an array and you are getting a target, and you will search in this array for the first occurrence of target. These are the parameters. Okay. So first of all, let's make a scanner. System.in. Okay. I think we'll do just one question today. We don't have more time. Okay. So what is the first input? The first input is 6 and 8. Okay. So first of all is n. Okay. Int n is equal to sc dot next int. First of all, I have taken the size of the array as input. Okay. And then you are given input of target. Okay. You are given input of target. अच्छा गाइस, अगर तुम लोग ने मेरा कल का स्लाइड देखा होगा ना, see this name is different, right? When you are passing something na, this target and this target are entirely different. You can call it anything that you want in text. कि एक integer इसको मिल रहा है and it is receiving this integer by the name of x. Okay. I had drawn a very nice example in the last slide of yesterday, right? कि बॉस आपने एक ब्लॉक को ट्रेडर को दिया, right? It is up to the trader. He wants to call it something else, he can call it something else, right? Ultimately he's working on a copy, right? Yeah, you can take both the same, that is also fine. अलग भी ले सकते हो, ठीक है? So let us take target sc dot next int. Okay, next what I will do, I will make an array of size n. Okay. Guys, I'll try to wrap up little bit quickly, it's already time, so let me just conclude this question and take the input of all the numbers for the array. What time ले लिया आज पता नहीं, but ठीक है, I think things must have become clear. I will add, right? Won't we get many occurrences in line number 20? No, that is the beautiful thing, na Brahana. The moment you see that you get an occurrence of target, na, you will return the index of target. So automatically the function will terminate. So the moment you get the first occurrence of target, it will return. Okay. So you cannot define target inside the function, right? You have to pass it. Okay. Now I've taken the array as input. Now what will I do? I want to find the first occurrence of target. So what should I do? Int f is equal to, I will call the first occur function. I will call the first occur function. Okay. And what will I pass? ARR, comma target. And what will I expect? That this first occur function will give me the index of the first occurrence of target in the array. And then what I will do? I will call the last occur function. Okay. And this is expected to give me the index of the last occurrence of target. I pass ARR and target. मिल गया for L. Now what it is asking me to do? See, you can print f and L. ऐसे भी print कर सकते हो अब. I just wanted to print this, right? System.out.println or print. Okay. You can print f plus space plus L. You can print it like this. That is not a problem. But I will try to do it in the better way. So it is asking us to create an array which will contain the first index and the last index. Okay. Line number 17, ARR doesn't need a bracket. No, because you are passing the address. You don't need this. Okay. You just write ARR. Okay. Now what will I do? I will create a new array. Okay. This will be my answer array. What should be the size of this array? Can anybody help me? What should be the size of this answer array? 2. Correct. So I'll make an array of size 2. Okay. And what will be answer of 0? Answer of 0 will contain the first occurrence and answer of 1 will contain the last occurrence. Okay. And now I just want to print the contents of this array to the screen. So what do I do? See, you can see anyways, right? You can print it any way you want. I'm just writing it. Array बनाने का काम नहीं भी था इसमें actually, but I'm making it, right? For int I equal to 0, I less than 2, I plus plus, or whatever. For int I equal to 0, I less than answer dot length, I plus plus. What do I want to do? System.out.print what? Answer of I, and then I will give a space. Okay. So I am printing the first index and the last index in the same line. Let us try to run it and see first. Okay. So all the test cases passed. But if you don't want to create an array now, for this question, for this output, you can be done without it. क्योंकि ultimately आपको print क्या करना है? You just have to print to the screen the first and the last occurrence of target, right? So you can even do something like this: system.out.print, okay, or println, whatever. First occurrence plus put a space, give the last occurrence. As simple as that. This will also run. Okay. Try to submit it. What if the required number occurs only once? Rahul, if the required number occurs only once, then the first occurrence index and the last occurrence index will be the same. Okay. Is everyone clear with this? Can we change the order of int and argument? No, you cannot. जैसे आपने declare किया है ना function को, in that way only you will have to pass. So the first argument will be the reference to an array of integers only. You cannot do something like this. A good question you have raised. If you pass like this, target comma IRR, no, this will be an error and this will give you wrong outputs. First of all, it is expected to pass the reference to an array and then you will pass the target that you need to find. Okay. Cool, guys. So I think that should be it for today. That this is the time that we had for today. So hopefully, I think this session helped you all to gain some more individual familiarity with, functions and strings. Strings, so definitely functions. We did only one question, but yeah. So tomorrow, what we will do is we will again try to, we'll start with a new topic basically, right? Time and space complexity. But again, in the weekend, we can have a session like this where we can solve, more questions from functions and other things, right? And what I will do is I will also share some more problems with you on strings, which you can try to solve. And we can discuss it as and when actually time permits, right? If you are confused, we can take up those questions later. Okay. Chalo guys, hopefully the extended session helped you all. And let's meet tomorrow and we'll try. And I'll share the codes on the document and I'll share the link once again with you. I'm confused with array. Nothing guys, ऐसा सोचो कि इसको एक array चाहिए and you are just passing the array here. How are you passing? Just pass ARR so that entire array will be visible to you. Okay. You pass ARR and you expect that yes, now you will have the access to that array. Okay. Switch case. Yes, we will do switch case, guys. करेंगे एक के बाद एक करेंगे definitely. Okay. Cool guys. So let me stop recording. And thank